All right, hello. How's everybody doing? Little surprise stream. Like I said, I'll be doing a lot of surprise streaming. So what we are playing today is some more dayz as we listen to some Critical Role. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pull up the Critical Role. We should be coming up on it here soon. There we go. So we are on episode 14.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Dedication to the goal at hand. Trying to talk you guys up here. You eventually managed to achieve the baseline of your goal. The bare minimum required of... I know. Thank you all very much for the fun times, laughter, and the existential crises. But I believe that concludes our announcements. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of
Critical Role. It's probably gonna bump me out. Always happens whenever I tab out to start the video. But we shall see. Maybe we get lucky. And we have no issues tonight, and it just goes straight to the game. But more than likely, it's going to say that I timed out of the server. There's no choice to continue the flight. So get ready. So we actually, me and a buddy of mine, we've got very enthralled in the D&D culture. So, we are thinking, and it's probably not a good idea because I don't think we're exactly money wise. I'll just put this: we don't know a lot about running a business. There we go. And me and my buddy are talking about possibly opening a fantasy RPG styled tavern. If you guys want to know what that looked like, you guys can check out, oh god, who was it?
Welcome back. So last we left off, a group of heroes under the watch and patronage of Lord Eshtaros have been dragged into a masquerade ball being held by the mysterious Chande Korum, of which the intent was to both discover, if possible, any membership to the Quorum, which is maintained as anonymous, as well as place an enchanted ring, a replica of an enchanted ring, onto the thumb of Lord Armand Treshy. You bought outfits, you presented yourselves to this event, and arrived to where there were drinks and music and many upper crust individuals in the society here rubbing shoulders, making deals, making snide comments and rumors, and in the midst of this delightfully chaotic social environment, the dance of the crossroads began, in which you began to attempt to make this endeavor viable. Through your quick wit and eventual through your dedication to the goal at hand. trying to talk.
I actually like that belt.
You eventually managed to achieve the baseline of your goal. The bare minimum required of you.
Oh, for those who might be watching this for the first time and don't really understand what's going on, you guys can check out the earlier videos on my YouTube channel, glitchyagent_47, and get caught up to date. It's not all dayz, some of it was some Baldur's Gate, which takes place, I believe, on the Sword Coast, in one of the realms of D&D.
Dorian was in attendance to the party, seemingly with his own ideas, and had wandered off into further down the left hallways, deeper into the chambers beyond. Upon searching for him, you also discovered that another figure that you had just met that evening that seemed to have some communications with Cyrus and Lord Armand Treshy and his lady Imanka had gone off somehow, looking a bit odd, a bit out of sorts, a bit ill in some ways, had been doing some sort of a burglary of her own in one of these chambers. And seemed to be in league with some of these chamber creatures that you had encountered in previous moments, not a week or so before. While this is happening, Ashton, who had created a mask in the image of the Nightmare King, Arawendagoth.
Go ahead and bring out the fresh cut grass right now.
Who had some dealings in secret with the Nightmare King, who then notified the captain of the Caravan's call that are present at this event. This General Ratanish approached you, asking questions, and pulled the mask off your face, in which you responded by slapping him square in the middle of this event.
I was physical, that's all I'm saying.
He slapped back first. I know. I'm making no judgment of that one way or the other, but nevertheless, it is now seeming to lead to a duel, a fisticuffs throwdown on the outside of this event, in which the hustle and bustle of the chamber has now shifted from their own political attempts at making deals, and now enthrallment with the coming violence that is drawing its way to the outside of
Oh,
the chamber.
Sherpa's on.
As the rest of you are gathered, and I believe you've returned at this point?
I made it back out into the middle chamber after the second journey into the room.
Gotcha. Or did we end on you seeing?
We definitely saw that. I can't remember if I made my way back into the main room or not.
Well, regardless. While you look into your notes for that. The crowd. A buzz. The conversation. Excitement. Claps. Murmurs. Begin to shift to the outside under the stars. Just upon the grassen landscape in the exterior of the Quorum Chambers. There you can see amongst the glowing pedestals with bright lights and the various carriages and carts and sill goats that have brought individuals up through the entire evening to place off to the side at rest. There is an open space here. The crowd seems to already be aware it is a common dueling ground when events like this transpire and people come to a disagreement. The crowd begins to shift and encircle the space as you kind of feel this is where it's going down. How do you prepare in advance? I know some of you had done a little bit of, like, you had went ahead and
Did I bind with him?
I think you bound with him as you were all making your path towards where the showdown was about to happen.
I was staying inside.
Gotcha.
And I stayed close and was at the front of the room around them so that I'd be there if it came to force.
Just also gave him that definitely very small saber that fit right into the pocket of his jacket.
I've already dropped Jack. I am sleeveless. I'm in that nice vest. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I need to.
That's not good.
This is a
I locked this yesterday.
You agree with it,
Oh, fuck.
Lodna, about to you.
I'll also stay inside.
It's okay, Dory.
I'm following the crew out to watch.
Okay.
Is Lord Estros around, or?
Lord Eshtaros is around and staying close to them. You can see, especially in an environment that involves unexpected change, he's very nervously glancing about the space and staying near his guard. But as the circle begins to almost close, it comes to more of a semicircle with the stone roadway that kind of curls around the front of the complex where everyone was dropped off for the event, kind of still leads outward. There is kind of a crescent-shaped crowd around where the center of this kind of grass-covered small hill is, where you can see General Matanish, the half-giant brute, step up there and kind of shrug off parts of his kind of hide and fur armor with bits of metal as he pulls the edge off his shoulders and kind of throws it to the ground with a heavy. You see he just kind of like flexes and starts to punches to the air. and just kind of cracks his fingers, and his eyes just don't leave being locked on you as he steps up to the center of that space.
Anybody around got a drink?
Looks
In the
at each
crowd?
You see an older woman comes forward with what looks to be a flute of some
I
sort,
get rated?
a bubbly drink.
I think I need that more than you do. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
He's going to die. Turn back around and feel kind of the warmth beginning to burn in your stomach. And there at the top, you see now, sufficiently stretched at least, and just kind of arms at the side, looking at you expectantly, General Rutenish just kind of gives you a glance, beckoning hand signal as he goes, very well. I'll let you go first, Bunch.
Okay, just to be clear, since if I win, do I get my mask back?
Sure.
Awesome. Well, fuck initiative, I suppose.
No, throw first punch.
Sure.
Just leans forward.
I headbutt. I'm gonna rage and headbutt.
Okay. So,
Breaking the rules. Haven't thrown a punch yet.
so as you feel that burst of energy, which you roll anywhere you do.
Come on. Fuck. It's useless. So ain't got nothing.
What now?
2. Nothing. It's yeah, space. Ain't got
You
nothing.
can always unrage and rage again. If
May
you're feeling
happen.
it. But go ahead and make your attack roll as he stands there at the front, head forward, kind of arms to the side, seemingly just ready to take the brunt of whatever you throw at him. As you suddenly glance at him and then move forward.
All right. I'll give that perspective. Do I want to?
Well, that sucks.
By throwing it off the table.
I can read it. Do I roll it again, or?
Unless it was a 20.
It was not a 20.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Roll on the table. If it rolls off the table, I usually don't count it.
Oh, okay. That's
that really does blow.
25?
5 hits. So you do
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Crack! The resounding impact and the sound of bone and cartilage impacting kind of immediately causes this brief in the air as you take the first hit. You watch as General Rutenish.
I get a second attack now.
If you want to take a second one,
Take a second attack.
Yeah, you do.
Just a good earboxing as I back off.
go for it.
That's an 18.
18 hits, yes.
7 more points.
After he reacts for a second, a bit of a grin, you can see the blood already in from the nose as he tries to head it, and he puts his arms up to try and block it, but you're just a little bit too quick. Whack on the side. Now roll initiative.
43 points, baby. We take those pretty good.
Yes, we do.
That's much.
16.
What's your dexterity?
My dex is
Roll
16.
16, you do go first.
Excited Val is gonna play roll.
All right.
I am beyond rules.
You do not roll me.
You are always.
Well, that sucks. Luckily they didn't take anything really.
Little spin, see if I can get an elbow right below the ribs.
Go for it.
That's another 27 to hit. I should just probably make a point.
27 to hit.
I rolled an 18 plus 7.
Plus 7.
25, excuse me. Brain is a little broken. Actually nervous.
Yeah, so you were going for the elbow to the side.
Elbow right underneath the ribs.
All right, so after boxing side, you squirrel underneath and crack right in the side. It hits, but it's just hitting a wall of dense muscle. You get the impact, and you can feel like the chest compress from the pain, but taking it in stride.
All right.
What's tomato?
Well,
First down.
I'm going to, since this is my turn, I'm going to use my bonus action to, I'm going to drop rage and use my bonus action to rage again.
Okay.
That's just making,
Do you get an exhaustion point? How does that work?
no, just
Nothing?
rage.
Oh, you just get multiple rages per day.
Certain number again.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Okay, that's good. We'll never tell
We
the
don't know what it
reaction.
means.
It's good. It's
He rolled
I think so.
DNA. These pages, the pages are blank. These just take that out.
So, what did they notice about you initially in this fight, and then what transitioned?
It was just kind of like for a second, my head kind of seemed to get less there. Like there was almost transparency in my underneath the glass in my head wound. I don't know if it would have even been caught. It was super fast. Now there's just a little kind of sparks of colored electricity dancing around it.
All right.
It's just got a little,
So we're gonna build 3 walls.
Okay.
They spark up.
You got it.
Just a little bit.
All right. You have more of that.
I do. So I'm gonna try and pop up and hit him in the chin.
Man, that sucks. Oh well.
And this is now mine. Thank God. Oops. 15 hit.
15 jet.
Good no.
Mark it down. 15's a magic number.
That's another
7 points of
that's
damage.
another 7 points of damage.
All right. And so where's that hit going? This is
That's going to the chin.
the chin. So after you turn around and smack with the elbow to the side of the chest, then you turn around and whack right up to the side of the face. You hear this like cracking sound as his teeth impact against his own teeth, the jaw forced to clench, and in the crowd you hear ooh ah, around.
You hurt to hit. Wow.
Now that we're awake, it's my turn.
Now that we're awake.
He's going to rage.
Awesome.
All right. And as soon as you watch him just go, he goes from this calm and collected state to this square jaw clenching where the blood is now in the teeth from the impacts you've
I
given
have to
him.
go and sell some
And the
stuff.
blood almost seems to like bubble a bit at the edge.
Get a new
corners of his
padlock.
mouth. The air around you in this cold
So they
night
took out
seems
that
almost
door. They took out
suddenly
this door.
warm up.
I'm just wondering why they didn't
And
take
he's
the
gonna go ahead and
tents.
make 2 strikes
I
towards you.
felt like they could really
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
have done it
16
if they
twice.
really wanted to. Like I
and
know I can.
A 20 to hit.
I have to build another. I'll have to build 3 tonight.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he gets to roll?
Okay.
Oh, fucker.
So that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4, as he rushes towards you and grabs the back of your head and just slams into his knee, just crack, almost from Muay Thai style. With that, he's going to spin around with a back fist. It comes with an
I need
extreme
scrap.
speed towards you for 9 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. This guy's a big fella, and you can see now after the impact hits you, your eyes kind of go white for a second, and the crowd goes, oh! Some whispering, and you can see now members of the Paragon's Call are kind of like beginning to move in the crowd and kind of keep a boundary there. They're also like, come on, cheering him off to the side. Other people start whispering around the space. New round.
Damn. So it looks like they might have just.
Fuck it, let's make a reckless attack.
Somebody just came straight to my shit.
That hits. It's 18 plus 7. So
That definitely hits.
7 points of damage.
We got it.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's also hits. 7 more points of damage.
Reduced to 3. So how do these hits come at him?
So, just still kind of getting my bearings after the pretty impressive hit. I go in for another headbutt and don't actually go for it, just go for a straight jaw punch. Connect. just go for the same thing again. It's just two nice
Two
big
reps in the
hits.
same space. The one actually gets a square hit. The second one, he puts up his arm to defend. You glance off and still catch the jaw, but it reduces the weight of the impact, and he grabs your wrist. In a reaction to that, now he has you there for his round. He immediately comes in. That is going to be another 16 to hit and a 24 to hit. That's another 8 points bludgeoning damage and 9 points bludgeoning damage, so 4 and 4. And as he grabs your wrist and then brings his arm up and pops where the elbow is in the arm. If not for your tensing of your muscles and pulling away, you may have broken your arm, but you just managed to take the hit. You pull your arm back, and as you do, you pull him towards you, and he headbutts you in reaction. Everything was white for a second. And as you pull away, you notice where the headbutt was. There's a flash of flame, and you take 3 points of fire. The air around you is significantly warm. For a middle of the night cold sensation, it's almost like you're standing in the middle of a hot desert. Odd. And that hit, that singed you.
Shit.
Starts raining at you. Your turn.
What the shit?
I'll hold off on reckless now that I know he's got a little bit. I want to see how much more of that there is. All right.
It's up to you. Just gives an advantage every time he attacks
I
you.
know.
The temptation.
Natural 20. So let's pop a chaos burst into this.
All right.
Thunder damage.
Oh, it's not like damage,
It's with your fists, which technically are not a melee weapon.
Oh. Even if I've got my fucking.
You don't have anything on your fists.
So you're not letting me use the.
Not for this ability, no. Unfortunately, a lot of these abilities are contingent on a melee weapon, which fists don't count.
So there's so a natural 20 doesn't do anything.
It just does 2 points of damage.
Wait, hold on.
You do 1 point of damage when you hit, so now it's 2. Plus your modifier. If you've been doing 7, it would be 8.
All right.
Do you get to roll an extra damage die at this level?
No.
Unfortunately.
All right.
You go and attempt it, but you haven't been in a fist fight in a while where you've thought you needed to emphasize any of that energy, and the minute you attempt to, you realize that it needs a focus. It needs something to drive itself towards the chaotic energy that seems to occasionally muddle around in your head needs an implement to go through, and it's just not able to come through your fists. But that's one strike.
Place your bet. Place your bet.
Man, that hit hard.
I know.
I'm gonna just be making sure I'm within 30 feet of action if I have.
You do have to finagle a little bit, but you manage to get near the front line, and thankfully you're short enough comparatively to some of the other patrons that without issue you can keep an eye on and stay within 30 feet.
That definitely hits again, so it's another 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. How does that?
After that beautiful hit that seemed to do very little, right to the fucking forehead.
So it's got to be over here.
I'm just gonna take the knuckles backward and do a full spin and just do the backhanded slap again, which is really fucking hard. I'm just sticking on the face.
Got it. Crack, crack, crack. Just a large, heavy impact of meat on meat. Everyone goes, oh! From both impacts of that round. And he seems to stagger for just a second, pull back a bit into a defensive position, kind of wipe the blood from the front of his lip. And
Where have you been all my life?
when he rushes in, you take 3 points of fire damage as he rushes in.
I don't like the fire damage.
That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so I just need to find some scrap metal. I got another padlock.
Decent. You're both rolling pretty good, actually. That is a 9 points bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. And that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5. As he comes forward and rushes you again with a jumping knee towards your head, you try and move out of the way, and he just kind of grabs the back of your head as you dodge it, and slams you onto the ground. Your face impacts the dirt, there's a rock there that catches your forehead, and immediately you can feel like the blood beginning to run. As you start to get back up, you feel his hand grab the back of your, the scruff area of your neck, lift you up and slam your back down over his knee, like almost like a half-vein back break. But you manage to tense up and pull off the side, but nevertheless you can feel the muscle tear and flare up a bit as the pain kind of in your body. You pull away and release. He gets his fist up and goes, "You know, if you're looking for work, there is opportunities. You have some skill, and I like the fact that you do not give a shit."
You are so much fun. All right.
At the top of Ashton's turn this time, I'm going to use a bonus action and pump 4 temporary hit points into him with
Okay.
Ardent Armor.
All right, explain how you do so.
Oh, okay. I'm not on the battlefield, I guess, right?
You're not. You are kind of hidden in the crowd. Everyone's eyes are on the scuffle.
I know how much he likes boozing, so I'll grab somebody's liquor and I'll just say, "Yeah, refill Ashton," and I'll just chuck it in his face.
It kind of spreads across you.
Ow! Ow, it burns! I'm bleeding! Here's where alcohol and a bleeding from you.
It'll staunch the bleeding. I'm not that kind of a doctor.
I thought about that. I mean, that would. I think it's a deep enough wine that it's almost like it's not quite black. It's like really dark wine, basically. Yeah.
Which with the additional wine that may have been thrown on you, it now just kind of blends in with a splash of different shades of red.
Oh, okay.
It's your go. You're both now squared up again on the hill, kind of on even ground, a few feet from each other, and you can see he's now fully engaged and in a proper stance. What do you do?
I guess I should press. I'm gonna run straight forward. Well, let's see if I hit.
Yeah.
Run straight forward, try and grab the wrist. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it back. 14
Not hit. You go and try and grab the wrist, and he just kind of slaps your hand out of the way to the side. Kind of gives you a little bit of a gleaming glance and a head tilt.
I'm gonna spin around, try and make a kick to the chest. That, on the other hand, 22, that hits.
22 definitely
7
hits.
more points.
7 points reduced to 3. As the second one does connect, it's like still hitting the wall, like a heavy rock. And yeah, that finishes your go.
That's all I got.
Okay, as soon as your blow spins around and hits him in the back of the head, he seems to go low. There's this moment where his massive height, especially compared to you, seems to diminish rapidly. That's a natural 20.
Oh, no.
As he goes into a spinning kick from underneath. Now, there is a control and discipline to his fighting style that it began more brutish, but now has becoming refined. And as he spins, you feel your legs leave from underneath you. And as you're coming downward, he just kind of grabs your head and right onto his shoulder.
May I absorb some of this blow?
You may, yeah. That can 11 points of bludgeoning damage, plus that should be the stop here. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 7.
And I take half of that. Is that right?
You would, yeah. So you would take,
The 4 is the 3.
you take 3. You take 4. Correct. So you hit and you feel your jaw almost dislocate from the bottom of the skull from the impact, but it doesn't hit as hard as you expect. Something seems to guard you. There's a slight sense of not aggressive or dangerous warmth that wasn't there before in a brief flash. And for a second, you can't help but out of the corner of your eye see fresh cut grass seem to almost accept a portion of the blow themselves. After that strike is going to be a 11 to hit.
So I'm just gonna fall back and let it fly over me.
Okay, now after impacting that way, spins around to try and grab you, to almost bring you into some sort of a pile driver type maneuver. Now getting into full physical wrestling aspects, and you just fall out of the space as the hands go wide and grab nothing. Now your go. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and make that wrist grab again and try and turn it into a thing.
Go for it.
Here we go. Yep, that's a 12. I'm still a little woozy. Make a grab.
Duck's out of the way. He's like backing away from you and kind of leading you in a certain direction across the battlefield. So make an attack.
Yeah. Maybe I can read it. 22.
That hits. So that's another.
So, definitely woozy for a second, and smile, look up, run over, and flip around to get an elbow to the ear again, and land on the other side.
The ear? Oh, fuck.
The impact on the side. You see him go down to one knee for just a moment before kicking back up onto his feet. He seems to feint to one side, and as you prepare to block, he instead weaves to the other direction, comes from the other angle, and that is going to be a 19 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Both hit.
And so what you don't notice is he's moved you over away from the center of this grassy field, and the crowd's kind of shifting with you guys as you begin to move away from the initial starting point. Brings you over to where one of the small metal pillars is holding one of the lanterns above. And with that feint, he jumps up, jumps off of it, and then crack, just kicks you right across the face midair for 9 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. And then as soon as you take the brunt of that to the face, the jaw spitting your dart blood across the grass right next to you, he then leaps in the air. 2 fists just hammer blows you over the back of the shoulders for 10 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5. You feel the wind leave your lungs for a second. Your vision begins to go unfocused. The sparking in your skull is still present, but it's flashing at times, and folks are starting to you can see people beginning to make bets off at the side, and a lot of the other Paragon's call are kind of nodding in an odd element of excitement and respect.
Right. So,
How does that look like?
I've looked better.
I'll take that action.
Yeah, I've looked better.
Has the opponent moved him further than 30 feet away from me by any chance?
They've begun to, but the crowd has been shifting with it, and as long as you're keeping up with the crowd, you can kind of still keep that tether.
Is it moving farther from the entrance?
It is moving farther from the entrance. It's starting to, it's still in the grassy area, but it's starting to get closer and closer to the stone road.
So I'm currently up against the pillar.
Yeah, you just got knocked. You're not up against it. You jumped off of it to hit you, but you're about 5 feet from it now.
All right, I'm going to
Staggering.
try and use my very intense hair straight to the face, just as a hop up.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog him. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that hits. That's a 28 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
2 more points. I really wish I could add that little chaos first, because that would really help right now. But, and with that, I'm just gonna assume that's giving me just enough to come in and keep trying to get the eyes to leave.
Okay.
18? 7 more points.
Alrighty.
Right below the eyes. Let's see if I can get them to bleed.
Right, we're going for the cheekbone area. You're starting to pummel the face. And, there's the smeared mess of blood that is from the lower part of his face beneath the nose, but also yours as well. You're both just messes, so you're both grinning through the blood and pain. And there's a certain sort of connection that comes in that moment of one-on-one battle that is, it's weirdly almost a friendship if you weren't trying to murder each other. You can see there's a level of respect and enjoyment here as just go right into it. But as you push upward off the side of the face, reaches up to try and grab, that is going to be a 10. Goes to reach for your wrists and you pull back away, and as you break the attempt to hold, he comes forward with his foot up to go for a full-on kick to the chest. That is going to be for 17.
17 hits.
For 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5.
I'll take half of that.
Okay. So you take 2 points of damage, and you take 3.
Backwards and throw.
But you did also take the damage from the previous one that you did not expend.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I know it.
The kick burns you for another 3 points of fire damage. As the foot impacts you, and there's a smell of of charred charcoal and brimstone for a second, and you feel back, and the air in your lungs seems to be unfathomably hot for a split second. You find yourself coughing as a reaction to it.
No, he's hot.
He's coming straight towards you. He's so fucking hot. You don't even know.
Yeah, he's really spicy.
Wait, let me check my notes. Yes, he's hot.
12 misses. Still staggering from the impact. You
Try and grab the leg and I miss.
You go for the grab, he just like kind of leapfrogs over you from behind. What are you going to do in response to
I'm
that?
gonna try and swing around, just haymaker, and hope I hit something.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that hits. That's 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Full spinning haymaker right to the face on the 7 points.
Okay, you see after he leapfrogs over you, he's turning around to try and go ahead and grab for you again, but wasn't expecting the speed in which you whip around and just whack right across the side of the face for another 3 points of damage. Like he's looking a little roughed up.
Fuck. No matter what, I'm not forgetting this.
He's like, the offer still stands when this is over. You want to work? Let's put it together.
Terry, we'll talk later.
But first, you understand that.
I'm not backing down. That'd be rude.
Good. And at that point, he jumps forward. Actually, you think he's going to try and kick you again. And as you put up your arms to block, he hooks his foot over your hand and jumps almost on towards your shoulder for a 19 to hit. Actually, you know what? He's going reckless now. He's going all in. Yeah, that definitely hits higher than that. That's 9 points bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. As he kicks you, like kind of almost like jumps up the front of you and then kicks off of your back, sending you flying even further forward, just past the grass into where the stone is. And as you kind of catch yourself and begin to turn around with a speed you weren't even expecting, he's already back upon you and is now trying to grab the back of your head and slam you face down onto the stonework of the road right there. Reckless.
I love this one well.
That is going to be 13 points plus 19 points bludgeoning damage. Reduced to half, so that would be 9. You take half, which is 4. You take 5.
Are you still up?
Kinda.
So after that, he catches up to you, grabs the back of your head right as you start to catch your senses for a second, and then wham, hit the stone, and then he just kind of grinds you across the ground. Everyone can hear the heavy sound of stone grinding against stone, and your body drags across it as you're trying to find some sort of purchase to get yourself back into a place of control. The crowd just like, oh, God, people are cheering, yeah, get him! What are you doing?
I'll let you know if I hit.
I'll take 2 more points of fire damage.
Do I take 2 more points of fire
3
damage?
more points of fire damage.
3 or 2?
3.
I'm out.
As it drags your face into the stone, you feel your consciousness begin to fade.
What a way to like.
But then the heat just picks up and darkness takes you. The rest of you watch.
Oh, woodpile's still there.
General Rutenish releases on the
I don't think I
ground,
took
gets
all the wood
upright,
last
and
time.
goes, Is that it? Well, that is mildly disappointing, but not entirely. Grabs the back of his shoulder and kind of picks him up off the ground. You can see his feet dragging in there. He goes, Gentlemen, and tosses your unconscious body over to one of the Paragon Hall members and grabs it. Go ahead and roll a books.
Help.
They're not gonna kill ya. They want to work with ya.
Natural 1.
What does that mean?
That's 2 death saves. As you land into this,
On a woodpile.
boss, he's not doing well. You really did a numbers. Patch him up. He earned it at least. And they kind of glance at each other and they start quickly looking for any sort of materials.
Oh, they
don't
do.
have-
All right, I'll zoom on over.
I have a healing potion on me if that would.
Don't worry, I can do this. I can do this. I'll go up and I'll just say, excuse me, I know this this spider. May I please lay some?
No, not right now. Please do it right now.
They're not arguing.
Level 5!
Not in the mood. Not in the fucking mood right now. This is not how I want to spend my weekend.
I just give you 9 points.
Wow. You take your breath as your eyes begin to slowly focus out of the dark space that you found yourself for a moment. The crowd now is all eyes on this interesting end of the scuffle. The Paragon's collar, they're still kind of holding you up. You're conscious, but your feet are still kind of limp and almost dragging on the ground as they're just kind of holding you aloft. The human who's there next to you kind of glances down and says, "Thank you for your work everywhere."
You're kindly welcome.
And then like kind of smacks you in the face a little bit. Not enough to hurt you, but enough to kind of like, hey, wake up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't been hit like that in months. You're amazing.
Tanish, kind of after checking in with you, turns around to the rest of the crowd and everyone kind of gets quiet and goes, "And these are the skills that you could easily pay for to keep your people safe."
I knew it was
I'm a cameo.
Let me cross out the hot
This is just fists. Imagine the strength of me and my soldiers, my guardians, with our arms and weapons at your beck and call. How much more comfortable your people will sleep. And if you are not interested, be respectful, and we will speak to other folks elsewhere who might. But please, let us continue the talk. Inside. Everyone starts kind of like pushing the crowd a bit, so we begin to shuffle and start heading back into the chamber. Presently, you're inside. You're both there. You're also out here?
Yeah, I took them outside.
Yeah,
Just come into
that's
the
right, you
door,
just
but
all right, cool.
realized that.
You have a high enough perception. Passive perception. You have really high passive perception, actually. Yes, you do. So, at that point, after this presentation by Ratanish, everyone starts looking about. You do glance over and see Gavis lean in and is listening to somebody. It's like a really well-dressed woman in her early 50s or so, who is kind of whispering in his ear, on the shoulder, and you can see him kind of listening intently. Gives a nod, and she releases her hand, clasps hers together, and as the crowd is shifting, goes and settles up next to Armand Treshu, and they both begin to whisper together. No.
What does she look like?
You can see she has darker black hair with streaks of gray that are coming through. The hair is kind of gently braided in this long braid that heads on the back. And you can see there's these gold and silver rings that at the very base of the braid are kind of tied into it and hang. These beautiful earrings that are long and dangle past the shoulders. And her dress is this deep red and gold coloration. She has like almost like a combination of a shawl, scarf that just kind of wraps around her arms and keeps them together when she finishes her conversation and prepares to re-enter the building.
Shit, that's way too far, Dory.
And this is happening inside while the fight is going on, or right after the fight is ended?
This is right after the fight is ended, and after the display.
I'm just gonna sit with Ashton outside for a bit and make sure they are with it. How many fingers am I holding up?
How many fingers
think it's 10. Let me look at my
what's your art?
Let me look at my character art. It's 10. I got 10 fingers.
Are those? Is that?
I can't tell.
No, it's 10. That's 10. Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot wait to do that again. Holy shit.
Imogen and I are just looking at the whisper.
Or at least that's what I'm doing. I don't want to speak for you.
That's totally what I'm doing.
Well, as the group begins to fill out the interior again, it's a loud bustle of conversation. Some folks being like, can't believe I lost the money on that one. Somebody else is talking about how who even left there? What was this? What even started there? Did he slap him for no reason? Well, they must have some long, arduous history. When you're a warrior for a lifetime, you build rivals everywhere, and it's just like all this extrapolation about this interaction that people are just creating their own lore in the spot about what they assume it might be. It's interesting. But yeah, if you want to both make, because you're looking at the crowd, both make perception checks for me.
20 total.
8 total.
As the group begins to move in, you sense the kind of impressive return of proximity minds, and those whispers getting pressed a bit, and you kind of begin to back away instinctually, and becomes briefly a bit much as it washes into
Okay, here we go.
and distracts you from focusing on the group. Laudna, as you glance through the crowd, you see the other side of this conversation. This woman walks alongside Armand Tresci, and they're both having almost like hidden within the crowd, a very quick, intense conversation back and forth. They both just keep looking around and kind of glancing back towards the direction of where Rotanish is.
Where is Rotanish?
Rotanish is still towards the entrance, but is now heading in with the crowd, and people are kind of patting him on the shoulders. And you can see he stands quite tall over a lot of the group. But he got blood all over his face. He looks hurt. Looks like he didn't come through, in a perfect spick and span type presentation, but still has some vigor left in him. And people are patting his back and congratulating him and like introducing themselves to him. Most people were kind of avoiding the Paragon's call earlier in the evening. You saw as they were mingling through. Now there's like an introduction that's been made, and now they're starting to want to engage with the current star of the moment. And there to the back of it, you can see the fresh cut grass, the rest of your troop that was in the exterior, kind of over in the direction of the now conscious and brutally bloodied Ashley.
Lean on me, Ashton. Are there any looky-loos still like kind of?
There's a handful that are like just watching to see what you're gonna do. Like they're heading inward, but they're also like keeping
Lean forward. Father. Might as well start some rumors if I can.
Make a deception check.
Bonuses because I can't see my face through the blood.
I'll give you advantage because they're definitely invested in whatever falsehoods are being spread throughout here. Yeah.
It's a deception check, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Wow. Nope. That was a 0. with
Okay.
advantage.
So the closest person was like
0 with advantage. Wow.
the person closest to you goes, watches this display and turns to their friend, and you just barely hear as they begin to walk into the building. "God, you beat him so hard he's asking for his."
Did you say that the woman with the long braided hair walked indoors with Tresci?
Walking with Tresci after coming over and engaging Gavis.
Okay, so Orem sees that FCG, he's here, but he sees that FCG has got care for Ashton. So I'm gonna follow in at a distance and just try to get within earshot
Okay.
and observe.
Keep eyes on him too.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way over to Ashton, pretending that I don't. I forget. Pretending that I don't know him, like when I'm not. Ouch. And I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna be like, "Young man, such a show of courage and braggadocio. I must shake your hand." And as I do, I'm gonna cast level 2 Cure Wounds on him.
Oh, slick.
Thank you. What do you think?
Okay. 10 points.
Hey, that's nice.
And And then I'm gonna do a very flamboyant move, and I'm gonna go to well done, to kiss him on the cheek. And as I do, I'm gonna whisper in his ear, "We need you." And then I'm gonna walk away.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Who was that stranger?
Like Ratatouille or something. I didn't really catch it.
Are you up to going back into the party? Or do you,
No.
just to okay.
I think going back would be a very bad idea at this point, but I feel like we learned something. Sadly, it's fucked up my new clothes, but that's okay.
Do you feel badly about how this went? Do you need revenge?
No.
It's right about this time that 3 of the members of the Paragon's Call crew, the Minotaur, the Half-Orc, and the Human, have stepped beyond the crowd to approach you, the Minotaur.
The general would like to sit with you at the table and read books.
I'm a little, punched at the moment.
Reaches into the side of his, like, little vest that he put over the heavy hides and the meager attempt at looking presentable, and pulls out what looks to be a thick piece of cloth, like a napkin of some kind that may have been stolen from the inside, and just kind of reaches over and wipes the blood off your face aggressively, like a mom who's kind of done with their child. He's like,
Now you're presentable.
"Come inside," kind of grabs your shoulder.
Will there be booze? Oh.
And they don't even pay attention to you. Just begin to muscle Ashton back as you watch him.
Try to tag along just to make sure that they don't take him and throw him in the back of a station wagon or something.
See him come through the door?
Yes, you watch him kind of flanked by the crew as they're being brought over to one of the distant tables on the far left-hand side, where you can see General Botanic. He's now like just stretching the arms and kind of massaging part of the shoulder. A few other people are talking at him, but you can see he's not really listening and seems to still be kind of in the moment of conflict before glancing over and seeing Ashton approach and kind of gives a nod.
You hear in your head. How you doing, Ashton?
No. Probably, but we'll see where this goes.
You keep us.
You're seeing this too after the request you just gave. He's quickly kind of pulled off to the side.
Where's the woman?
The woman is now within the crowd a bit, moving off to the far back where you see her and Armand separate, and now begin to be having a conversation, entertaining other guests and talking about what just transpired.
Does she kind of like pass me at all?
She begins, I'd say if you're trying to like cut her off or whatever, like she's trying to move through the crowd and around to like the center back of the room. So you could either follow or cut off, or what are you trying to do?
Oh, were you guys following?
I followed them.
Maybe I'll keep a close ear out. See if I can draw some attention and gather people towards the back of this room. I'm gonna do like that party power move. I'm gonna sit at a table alone by myself, kind of towards the back, away from things, and I'm gonna like just alone look open and see if I can like make eye contact with her if she glances.
Nobody's gonna make eye contact with you.
You're not.
All right, you go ahead and set up in that space.
Party power move.
I'm gonna
Don't go
try to
in the
use
back
my
corner.
size to stay hidden behind other people between her and I, and just overhear as many conversations as I
I'd like for you to roll a stealth check and a perception check. What do you do?
I was following the people in after he said father, and I correct them. No, that was his father that was beating him.
Make a deception check.
No.
Thanks for having my back.
You got it, baby.
No, I appreciate it.
8.
They look nothing alike.
What does that even mean?
I did not. And they just like wander off, flustered by the encounter.
And then I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna walk over to where FCG is.
Music is picking up once more, and while the evening seems to have definitely crested between both the Dance of the Crossroads and now this exterior duel where the energy is starting to wind down a bit. You imagine there's probably maybe a few more hours of this event, if anything. People are they're getting to the part of the night where they're starting to just get to the business they meant to do if they haven't yet.
Because everybody's come back in, and I'm still, well, my invisibility's gonna wear off in an hour. So I'll just find a corner, and I'm just like gesticulating wildly because nobody can see me. Like, ah, fucking Cyrus! Shit! Ah! Who can I see in the room that hasn't gone off to a side or being tended by his daddy?
Would you roll for stealth?
Stealth 12.
12, okay. You can roll a perception check if you'd like to, Chet.
Sure. I would like to look for Dorian, but I would take any of really.
The only person who's trying to be hidden is actively hidden.
Perception 19.
Orem. So you do see Orem kind of dodging through the crowd, kind of keeping that servant energy, but doing the thing that he's been doing for most of the night, which is paying attention. Dorian, you can see as well. You can see pretty much everybody else who is present in this event.
You see me standing awkwardly in the middle of the room.
Not knowing who to talk to or what to do.
Hands.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'll go. Do I see Imogen?
Oh my god. That was like the same pose I was doing.
I know we're late. You drink too fast, goddammit. Remember to open up. If I can see or I'm trying to be sly, I'll go towards Imogen.
Okay.
Hey, Imogen?
Hi, there you are. What have you been doing?
Oh man, it's been the craziest night and not in like the hot sexy way. Listen, I was tracking a couple of things, but I saw. Were you around people?
I mean,
Are we kind of alone?
there's no.
Kneel down. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Listen, I was going after Dorian's brother. Cyrus was here.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh!
But he was here with the elf woman. Oh, God. Anyway, she turned into something else. She went into a secret
What do you mean,
room, and then I lost Dorian's brother.
What do you mean she turned into something else? What are you talking
And she got all crazy in one of these secret rooms past the double doors over by the Fisher. I was Southern officer.
You can do it, Chad.
I think Dorian needs to be aware that his brother is dead.
His bro. Can I look around? Do I see Dorian?
Dorian's
I'll
hard
do
to
the same.
miss.
I've made my way over to my date, Fern. And,
I'll see if I can talk to Dorian if he has not blocked me out still. Oh, my lord. Oh, my fucking lord.
Who is that? Hello? I can't quite tell from the voice. Who's speaking?
Chet's been following your brother and he's gone missing.
Missing?
I don't know.
How did he go missing? From the party?
I think so. He said he followed him into a back room and he's missing now. And some elf woman turned weird and attacked and went into. I couldn't follow.
Someone?
I think so.
All right. Well, can you send me over? Should we talk? Or... No, I don't know. That sounds right.
Come over here.
Okay.
I'm over here.
Where
you
is
can
he?
come over. He's right next to me.
Okay.
Just look down.
I imagine they're like 16 feet apart.
Staring at your
He's
brother.
staring.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I'll walk on over.
Gesticulating a little, but just staring.
I'll come on over. Is Chetty still invisible, or is he?
No, you can see him.
He's just little.
What's up? Fuck you, I'm here.
Keep your voice down. That's very strong
Oh, I'm sorry, Your
language.
Grace.
Thanks,
Your
buddy.
Grace.
Oh, look,
Why
we're
have
not
they
going to start
waited?
this again.
All
I
right.
swear, just the information, Chet.
Oh, right, your brother. I was with him for a second. He said he was trying to earn some money to like get rid of his problem.
Yes.
They're not like a physical one, but the one that we all know about. You know, like the starts with a B.
I know you don't have to.
Right.
hint
So,
at it, yes.
and then he was working with this woman, and I lost track of him. But when I followed her, she was back in this room, and it looked like she didn't live there, and she was turning it upside down, and there were all these little creepy creatures, and like they were digging through stuff.
Wait. creepy creatures?
Yeah, they were all kind of like shadowy and like.
Were they small, smaller than you?
Yeah, about my size, a couple different variations. But then, like, she went from being totally normal looking to like she was sweating and then it was no good. And she had a roll of snow.
Duggar.
Yes. But that's not my brother. Doesn't
And
make
he
any
was
sense.
working with it?
Yeah, he said he was trying to make good on his thing.
You don't think he could have been, like, taken by the shape?
Please,
I asked him
please.
if he was working protection or something, but he didn't really elucidate.
So you looked for him and then he was just gone.
Yeah. Actually, I heard him going to the pisser. So then I checked there, and he wasn't inside.
God damn it. So southern now.
You're doing great. You're doing so good. Great, Jeff.
Fuck Santa! Okay, here we go. I'm back in it.
You gotta get up a touchstone. You have to have a
And
touchstone
I
for a performance.
gotta check in. Yes. So I went, and he wasn't in there. And I came back out, and he's gone.
It's like a black hole, man.
Prospector, it's so
You hit the event horizon and you're like, whoa. Each hour is 7 years.
We're done with him. Should we go look for him? Is he accessible?
So those double doors over there, behind the guards, to the right was the room that she was ransacking. The restroom was to the left. Guards. Yeah, there's two guards by the door. You can go if you just have to go to the restroom.
Did you check the restroom to see if he's
I did.
in there?
Empty. Room? No
We should look and see if
sirens.
maybe the restrooms have holes in them the same way the other rooms did.
There are holes in the restroom. I don't know how many nice places you've been in, but what?
Not that kind of hole.
Oh,
You don't think that he could...
Honestly, I don't know. Wait. I could try something. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna open up my mind. And you guys are gonna see my eyes start flickering light. And I'm gonna try to reach my mind out and see if I can find that.
All right, let's see if we can turn on that fresh cut grass charm a little bit. See if we can cut a deal with these dudes.
Okay. So you are attempting to
Cast sending.
test anything. Okay.
oh shit.
Alrighty. You begin to concentrate and focus on the memory of the voice and the expression and the dress that he was wearing that brief moment that you did not see his dress in this service.
Yeah, I know what he looks
but you know what he
like.
looks like and what he wore previously. You focus and concentrate and you feel this tug. You're not able to place the direction of it necessarily, but you find a connecting point to his mind. Full dress.
Cyrus, where are you? Your brother's looking for you. Are you alright?
He responds, I'm fine, but tell him, don't worry. I'm paying my debts. It's being taken care of.
Boom. Time to bring on that fresh cut grass mentality. Pleasure to meet you. There we go. All right, let's do it.
I will call taking a dump, paying my debt. Gotta get fancy debt.
Negative deposit.
We can look for him in the bathroom, but he sounded like he wasn't alone.
Such a departure from... Are you pooping?
It could have been so easy.
I suppose I have to trust him for now.
But I am concerned about this woman.
Yeah, I mean, she was crazy, but like, we're not supposed to make a big.
But what if he is making some sort of deal? What if he has a chance to free himself? My brother, I know he presents a certain way, but he is capable. And if he's in the midst of some sort of plan to get himself out of this, I don't want to ruin it.
I think you can trust him.
I do trust him.
Then we will too.
Thank you. But, Chetney, was there any more exits out of that area, or do you think those two doors are the only way?
Fuck. I really should have looked. I was rattled. I was on my own. There was a hallway to the left and the right, but I remember seeing any other doors at the end of the hallway. Were there windows?
Within this chamber, there are two other sets of doors to the far right and the far left. Yeah, well, like within the main dome chamber you are. There's other doors that lead to other portions of the, and there's a lot of hallways and chambers beyond that. That was just kind of the one section that they went to. Everything is guarded, each of these entrances, so there's no real difference between them necessarily. It just depends on where you want to go with the quorum chambers.
I mean, we do have two rooms available to us.
In here?
Yeah, Lord Ishra said that we have rooms here to stay the night.
Oh, do we have that on paper somewhere?
I don't think so, but I mean, Lord Ishra certainly could us in. Or you in. We're not with the same party, but we have rooms
Oh,
available.
go find out about the rooms.
And help me keep an eye on that exit. You see my brother leave, come find me.
Yeah, sure.
I've got to tell Lord Ishra about the shake. And Lorna, I'll be back. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Glitch agent, you're looking for the scrap metal?
Why, yes, I am. How are you?
And you were finding the three of you.
How do you do, partner?
Oh, I'm doing just fine there, fella. Yeah, I am looking for some scrap metal.
We'll come to you.
How many do you need? I have 4 on me.
To you in a bit.
Well, how much for the one?
The two of you have kind of met up in Eshteros.
4K a piece.
It's just kind of trying to look for familiar faces. You can see he's looking anxious and uncomfortable.
Okay, just give me 1 second, because I'm not quite sure how much money I got. So, I know I got some, but
Yeah,
I'm not
take
good
your
at
time.
math. Let me check.
Yeah, I'll take your time.
Got 10,000.
We put it on. It's okay. We put it on his thumb.
Okay, so I got about 10K.
Eshteros kind of like takes off his glasses. And
Yeah, 4K for the scrap metal, if that's fine for you.
Wasn't the whole...
Absolutely. So, I get 2 scrap metal then?
No, it wasn't at all.
You want straight to... It's 8K for 2.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you 8K.
But you know what though, bonus? I do have bring.
Let's see here.
8K for 2 scrap metals, okay?
It's my lunch.
Sounds good to me, friend. Just give me 1 second while I try to figure out how to separate this all.
What are you going to do with that one?
Just remove it from any possibility of it being rude to us.
I know, but I think I should wear it.
You dropped some money, by the way.
I couldn't eat it. if we're
Thank you
trying-
very much.
or
Let's
I
see here.
trust
So 700,
You decide.
1400, so 26, that's 10. That's 2600.
It'll cover it up.
So that's 3K.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
It's for safekeeping. Put it in a pocket, it can fly out. You have a hole in your pocket.
I am. Yep.
You can eat later.
I'm here to serve.
Eshteros kind of glancing over at the director of Ashton.
Let's see here.
For no
27
right.
gives me
He's
20.
recovering, but that was quite a walloping he took, and now they took, and now the general.
You dropped
wants
some
to
money
sit down
again.
to converse about something. Is the general bad news? He's with.
Follow me, come, because
Yeah,
somebody gonna
I'm-
snatch your money. I have it in my hands. Come here, come here.
This individual
Alright, sorry about that.
That's the cash that you dropped.
Were they a scallywag before who's now sort of put on airs as some sort
Okay,
of
so
formal
that's...
group?
More or less, yes. There's the Hellcatch Valley problem.
Alright, here you go. That's 8K.
Very brutal mercenary who
Here's some scrap metal.
got things done through
Well, thank you very much, sir. I hope you have a good smiley day. I sure do appreciate it.
Yeah, you too. You too. You too. Have a good one. Enjoy your
Alright,
stay.
bye-bye. Hey, make sure you tell old Zabo that I said hello.
Bolstered that anger.
It's Supra, but okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Zupra. Yeah, let him know Glitchy says hi, how are you? And I hope he has a great smiley day and make sure he gets one of these.
We will do.
I appreciate you.
Alright, thank you. You guys have a great day.
I think at this point you just keep your eyes and ears open. It's likely that they have made such a display certain
What's selling the sulfur?
connections.
Charcoal.
Even so, I grow a bit nervous
Come with me.
our presence lingering here. The main goal has been completed.
Alright.
We stay the more chance we have of causing
Yeah.
So I may have just been...
Selling sulfur or charcoal, or what was it?
Yeah, so
Get out of here.
I feel like I may have just been slightly taken advantage of, but that's alright. That's life.
15K. Can you take the 13K? That's all I have.
Jenny was following.
yeah, sure.
You know that
Sure,
woman
it's
was
good.
Lord Armand.
TS.
She apparently
Here's your money.
went back into one of the
Yep,
rooms and
thank you.
turned into something. I think tough and was surrounded by a bunch of those shapeshifters.
Alright, that is enough to build my wall back up. How much money do I have on me? I hope I have at least 4K.
Access to the rooms that you said
Shit,
they
I'm
had.
close.
Try to see what's going on with that, or if we should just pretend like it doesn't exist. Also, Dorian's brother is mixed up in it too.
Yeah, man,
He
we're
says
all
he's
good.
walking around
Enjoy your day.
He says he's fine, but I don't.
Yeah, you
I don't
too, you
know.
too.
He could be in trouble.
We also didn't get any information on who's in the Chante Cora.
Yeah, that was part of one of our missions was to do that.
I only got the right to do. I feel Laudna's putting out the vibes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Gosh, you got it. Beautiful.
Most eligible bachelorette of Broussard over here. Just
Shoulder blades stick out.
man, there are definitely, yeah, there are definitely eyes on you.
You still
But
have
there
the
was a white.
scary fox head like in front of your face.
It's like right here, with like missing eyes,
Take
like
your mask
right
off.
here. Oh, I tried to sew my mask on too, so it's like dead fox and a dead fox. Yeah. Yeah.
There was Mahan House pulled into them. Whatever this creature business is, that gets very messy. Politically. I'll call the guards, but I don't even know what sort of web of approval has been placed and put ourselves in a position of weakness. I have no idea. Anything is possible. At the very least, we can't call on the guard or trust them at the moment. Just in case. We need to help your friend do it quickly. Try and find out if there is enough information that we can perhaps bring it to the attention of someone I trust in this space.
So it wouldn't be wise to go digging in right now.
If you do something wisely,
How do we find out where our rooms would be located?
I can do that. Would someone accompany me? I wish not to walk unattended.
Which is his cane close. And begins to walk towards the entrance. Right, just want to. Okay, sweet.
Communicate with the others.
I can do that while I'm off.
I just had an idea. Sorry, before you go, I just had an idea. You said that we were trying to find Cyrus? I might be able to find him. If he's around. I think you can do this. Hold on, did I learn this spell today? Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, Dorian gave him one of the stones, right? I could find it.
We could also
use it.
Oh shit! Yeah, we also could do that.
Calm. But yes, that might make noise, you know. So it might be smart to just locate it.
If we need.
Because he might not want to tell us where it is.
Well, first, let's stick to the restaurant.
Get in trouble if it's like that starts a...
I know that's what I mean. Does it make noise? Does it like beep?
Stone?
Someone set the stone to vibrate.
That's old magic. I don't know how that works. But it's an option, is what I'm saying. Maybe we don't use it yet. But
Keep me posted. I'll be with you.
okay, I'll just sit here.
Chet and I are
Or
together.
you can come. You want to
No. I gotta keep eyes on Ashton. Just
figure it out. I'll figure it out if I do. It's okay. Don't stress.
Negotiated you down.
Charming, you know? She's just so...
I got it. I'll be safe. Go. Take care of it.
I don't even know what I'm Let's go.
You walk with Estros towards the entryway where all the sign-in and weapon check-in was established. Well, that's happening. Orm, you rolled on perception earlier. 16. It's hard to cut through the chatter of the conversations around you to pick out anything specifically. You do watch as the woman that you're keeping an eye on circles back around after, like, you watch as she kind of goes and has little greetings and brief conversations with a handful of other people. Some of them approach her and she talks, and it's just quick and cordial, but she definitely has kind of a curtness to her engagement, and she has business to attend to. You would with a 16. So refers to her as Mistress Orlana Shashadri.
Shashadri. That's a great name.
Or
Orlana Shashadri.
Shashadri. Just looking around and
she gets within 15 feet of me. Unsettling presence.
she would probably eventually arc past you. So as she is in the process of kind of, and she's doing an odd kind of from this person to this person to this person, is very much on a path, kind of closing out interactions for the evening, and at one point does kind of pass by, and you do unsettling presence. She's walking kind of like, you can see like the air escaping from her mouth gets cold suddenly. She kind of like turns around and looks at you.
Oh, hello.
Hello, I'm afraid we have not met.
No, we haven't. What's your name?
My name is Mistress Shashadri. And who are you?
Lorelei DeRolo.
Give us option,
I do not know. Winging it here. Yikesy. 8.
8.
Oh.
Dorado. Of the Whitestone Universe.
That's correct. You've heard of us.
I've heard of the family.
I'm the unspoken sibling.
I can't imagine why. Well, I hope you enjoy your evening.
I was curious.
Yes?
You seem to be chatting up Armand. I was just hoping to bend the ear of a few other quorum members.
Bond is not a member of the quorum, but business. I like him. We've had dealings in the past.
But you are.
I am not a member of the quorum either. I am but a lower. Well, we focus in livestock and beasts of burden. We do not have the influence to be so involved.
Insight check.
Take an insight check.
Big roll, big roll, big roll. Here we go. Peanut butter.
Natural 20. It's a natural
natural 20.
Guys need
It's
dice
not-
with numbers
It's not.
like this.
It's a 6.
old after all these years. I can't read anymore.
8 again.
Maybe it's the distraction. Maybe it's you've not been so one-on-one focused by a person of such intense social practice directly at you with a combination of curiosity and disdain. But you're not certain.
Well, perhaps we could still find business dealings. Maybe at a later time.
A later time would be perfect. Have a good night, Lorelai. Ditto. And she turns and heads back into the crowd. Ashla. As you've been sat down at the table, Bertanish, you can see, is sitting there, finished just kind of wiping off the lip and uncorks this bottle of like a dark brown liquor and just kind of pours the glass in front of him, pours it in front of you, sets it down, corks it again.
Apologies, I don't like to be touched. About earlier.
I am intrigued. It is not often that I encounter individuals in such a ridiculous atmosphere who maybe is bold and quick to tussle with you. It was refreshing.
Thank you. I was not looking forward to coming here, and boy, this was better than I could have hoped.
Honestly, it has made my night far more memorable. I appreciate it.
He leans forward a bit, still kind of grinning. What is your name?
Tonight, the name is Ed. I'm a professional. You'll find me in a week that may change.
No, sir. Tell me, where the inspiration for this come from? He lifts up the mask inside the table. You can see him still mostly intact, but his tongue in your face. He kind of like forces it on the figure a bit.
Yeah, I suppose I can. I'll get my ass some of this is. Something I saw. A lot of weird shit. Freaked me out. Figured maybe it'd make me intimidated. Since I'm working here tonight, I didn't expect to have any fun. I thought maybe I could be,
You're telling me that you've seen the inspiration for this, you've encountered something that inspired you?
well, there's been weird shit around town lately. You never know. There's shit's been weird around
But
here.
this in particular, I would like to.
It's just unblinking eyes focused on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It would be I would like to keep this a very, very positive relationship. It's already gotten up to such a wonderful start. I just would like a bit more information. You say you're a professional.
Well, this is the trouble, is that sometimes some of the stuff you're involved in, you are, let's say, locked in a contract until the contract is finished. I certainly wouldn't work for you if I couldn't prove to you that I am definitely a staunch professional. What I can say, I suppose, without actually breaking anything tonight, is that the reasons I am here had nothing to do with that, and definitely had nothing to do with you. I didn't even know who you were until, still honestly, just like in Vegas, I didn't know who you are. So, this was just not what I was expecting the night to be. And the reasons I am here genuinely have nothing to do with you. And I get no reason why I'm here, but they were honestly pretty good.
You don't seem like a dealing with. Hey, I'll catch you up. I'll recognize that. Well, growing up in such an environment breeds a specific kind of person. There is a unspoken kinship. Those who survive such a desolation. Interesting.
not wish to impede upon your professional means of maintaining anonymity. I respect it. But if I may be so bold as to recommend in the future, when you are involved in the destruction of property within the city of Lusar, do not immediately show your face in the center of its political machinations.
Assuming that advice meant anything to me, it would have been fine if someone hadn't come over and ripped a mask off my face.
It would not have been much of a problem if someone hadn't come and destroyed the tower. But you know, that doesn't matter to me. It is more important to those who occasionally come to this with me. I will say, you and whoever you work with, they do fine work.
Well, I work for a lot of people. And I assume you work for a lot of people too. And I believe in keeping things professional.
I do as well. Cheers the drinks together. Now,
If I'm in a situation where I can tell you anything that I think might be interesting to you, it doesn't put me in a future contract, I will let you know.
pulls a chunk of flesh out of the inside of the wheel, out of his tooth, flips it off to the side.
Big city.
This city is not so large. Well, should you be looking for more interesting employment,
I genuinely consider the offer, and honestly, after tonight, I feel like there will be plenty of opportunities.
all I can do is hope that when next we meet, it is not as opposition, as I would hate to consider.
Well, honestly, I do look forward to another round at some point. Maybe after a few nights sleep.
Good night, Eric.
Good night,
Or was it Eric?
Rigel, Regal, Ratatouille.
Piss off.
Everyone knows who you are. Thanks for the drink.
I know. Sorry.
I know the sending stones are losing battles.
I'll probably do an ass kick in like a month.
So Ashton, you watch is being released from the table just as Eshtaros and Imogen leave the two of you to head towards the front to look into the room arrangements. Ashton manages to reconvene the two.
What was that about?
Shit, that's a dangerous motherfucker. We'll get into that.
Okay. You should tell us again. I mean, you dragged your face across the ground.
Oh, I've been knocked unconscious.
You still look great.
Break and bruise very well. It just sets
Yeah, it
everything.
just adds to the whole thing.
Chunk of hair comes off.
Ha 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 ha. I'm not peaceful.
So, Imogen said that Dorian's brother is here. And
Like an idiot.
that, yeah, right. And the woman who was with Treshy,
Yeah, she didn't like me.
she doesn't.
No.
Well, turns out Jenny went in the back and followed her, and she is not what she looks like. She turned into some weird creature, and
I know, it's just totally.
She's lost, Chetney, all right? We should probably get the fuck out of here.
Farm was suggesting that we go after the monster lady and investigate.
just us. Right? We just
I will admit I'm tired, and
Do I feel bad?
point.
Oh man, hey guy, if one day you're watching this, I am sorry, man. I just
entirely sure what this is.
I saw your name. I recognized that you were selling that. You were buying that scrap. That's all I needed was your scrap. I'm so sorry.
Oh, he's with Maud. Maud. She's serving him and taking care of him.
Yeah, I should probably just keep an eye on, but probably keep some distance.
You know what? You relax. I'll go get us some drinks. Okay? I'll be right
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
All these fuckers are raiding. They're raiding my fucking base.
14.
You can make a deception check or just roll for the hell of it and just, based on the rolls, see how you want to go.
Either they're raiding my base or someone's raiding that other base over there.
It's gonna take a little bit of a detour. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just I feel like my I just feel like my I want to help the stay and make sure that Ashton's all right. But I'm sticking suspicion that I should also stay with you to make sure they're all right. I'm a little confused.
Oh, there's a base on top of one of those buildings.
Well, I'll be right back.
You're making. I know that tone of voice. I know that tone of voice.
You do? What is it?
You should go. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine?
You should go.
No, literally, I'm just gonna go get drinks and I'll be right back. You can watch her.
Yeah, no. She's talking too fast. You should go.
She's talking too fast.
I'll help you.
The speed of my way that I talk doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing with, well...
You're so bad at this.
Listen,
No, it's fine.
I'm not
know,
lying. I will come right back.
Listen,
I'm not gonna go
listen,
where I was gonna
listen.
go.
Your impulses, I think you should follow. All right? You have great instincts and you should trust them. All I'm saying is, I'd like to be there to support you.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah. You make good decisions, and make good decisions now, and I will be there to support whatever they are. Yes.
Okay.
I'm coming with.
Okay, let's go.
Leave next to Laudna. I think that's a really good plan. Yeah.
Okay, so you head up to Zladna. You guys are heading to get drinks. You're still with Eshtaros. You're amongst the crowd.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm just gonna keep wandering amongst all these people and try to find out the last piece of information we came here to find.
Okay. You are getting a sense that at the bare minimum, that at this point in the evening, the conversations have grown more direct. The play is a bit over, you know, and now people are as the evening is to draw closer to a close, trying to get the real business in. Make an insight check for me.
Not perception, correct?
Correct.
Dog shit. 4.
You're not familiar with a lot of social dynamics and this level of politics, and you're having a hard time picking up patterns of who's more important than whose connections are beyond just common conversation. It's frustrating because you're in the middle of it, and you know you're like in the right space, but there's a level of social perspective and expertise in clocking those dynamics that you just lack the experience for. You've been trained as a soldier, as a warrior. You're fighting to death with you. It's frustrating. Yeah. Chip, you were keeping an eye out in the back space of the chamber.
Like a hawk, back on those doors.
Perception check.
That's a 16.
16. While all this is happening, while all of this chaos is unfolding, the groups are now going into this kind of feverish speed networking portion of the evening. You've seen this group of 2 folks throughout the night, but it hasn't really caught your attention. Now you see them again, but they're definitely their air you suddenly zero in on. They are walking with direct intent. You see these 2 individuals, one of which is a tall half-orc man, the other is a short, intense female gnome. and they're both wearing these like dark green trench coat looking outfits. They're nice, but they're definitely functional. And they've been kept together the entire evening. But at this point now, you can see they're talking to guards, specifically the ones in the back of the area. And the guards, there's a recognition and almost a disarmed openness to how they talk to the individuals before letting them know who talk to each other. And they both kind of nod. They open the doors for them and they head off into the hallway beyond where you previously were. Beautiful.
Dorian. Yes. I saw those two. They've been making the rounds. Eyes like a hawk I have. They haven't faded with time. In the dark green robes that just moved through the tall half-orc man and the gnomish woman.
Did I clock that at all?
You've seen them around the room.
Okay.
You've seen
Make a
bitch, open
history.
your eyes.
I'm sorry.
Make a history check for me.
A history check.
Correct.
Checks are crazy. 16.
16. You describe them, what they're wearing, and like, it tickles a memory in your head. You've heard of a group, two individuals like this before called the Green Seekers. They are fairly well-known detectives that had done some work in Onkrell, done some work here in the Wilds, had done some work in the Hellcatch Valley, which is where they really kind of broke out and made a name for themselves in kind of the criminal underbelly there. But they're definitely kind of wandering agents that have a very strong moral compass and kind of follow whatever sense. That's as much as you know.
Jimmy, you were following my brother, and you said he was looking to broker some sort of deal.
Right?
Did you feel that it was nefarious or underhanded in nature in any way?
Certainly didn't seem upstanding. He wasn't very quick to speak about it. I feel like if it had been on the up and up, he would have been more open.
All right. And they went into the...
Yeah, that's where I was. Off to the left is the pisser. Off to the right is the doom room.
Yes.
Oh, I have an idea.
All right.
Let's make this room work for us.
Okay, all right.
How about we go up to the guards?
Sure.
And we say, hey, there's some shit going on in that room to the right. Okay. They're challenging the Chon Decorum. You should go check it out. And while they go, you go, look, do you need to pee or anything?
I could lie that I need to pee.
You don't have to pee.
Well, they won't check
this
my
whole
bladder.
time?
No, I'm...
You haven't been drinking at all?
Not really, no.
That's just wasting an opportunity.
Right.
Let's go.
Shit. All right.
We head over towards the guards.
Correct. Okay. You both.
It's up there,
Yes, you.
just behind them.
Yes, you. Are you letting them know, or are you just kind of following?
No,
Okay.
Just let's move a bit
Okay.
behind. What's
So,
happening?
you approach the back part of the room, and the guards are standing there, spears in hand, as you approach.
Hey, excuse me. I wanted to let you know the bathrooms are absolutely pristine. However, when I was coming back in, there was a room off to the right, second on the left. The door was slightly ajar, and I couldn't help but hear a commotion of what sounded like a woman in trouble, and a man's voice screaming, "Oh, the Chon Decorum is vulnerable." Now, normally, I would keep this information to myself, but I respect the environment, so I don't know. It might be worth a little looky-loo.
And also, I have to pee.
Make a deception check. Make a persuasion check.
That's a word.
Wow. Covering some bases there.
Oh, yeah, good.
14 deception.
12 persuasion. Did you say persuasion?
This would be persuasion, yeah.
That's 12.
12, okay. And both the guards look at each other. Back to you.
637.
Where would you? And you glance over and see behind you fern and fresh cut grass.
Oh,
Smelly day.
Oh, hello.
hello. I have to go to the restroom. the bacon wrapped persimmons just didn't sit well and stuff.
Oh, it's a lovely restroom. I'm actually fine. Help yourself. And I'll just kind of walk off.
All right, as you're walking that way, the guard just kind of speaks up and clears his throat.
One of us will have to escort you. This hallway is for those who are staying on the grounds. Oh.
I believe we're staying as well for the evening, yes?
That was part of the invitation, is that if you hang out, you drink a little bit, and then you get to stay. So.
Ooh, I really have to go, and I'll do a little potty dance for sure.
All right, you make a persuasion check. This is hanging on by a thread.
Sorry. 13.
They kind of roll their eyes like.
It is really weird that they didn't tell you guys this part of the party that was happening.
You may indeed use these services. You just must be escorted.
They kind of open the doors.
Right.
And you watch as the two guards kind of emerge, and both kind of walk alongside both of you. You know where you're going?
I don't know where the restroom is.
Which way's the restaurant? Oh, yes. Thank you. Whew. And I'll walk briskly towards it.
Same.
All right, you both head that direction. One of the guards stays behind, and one of them kind of stays behind now at this point. The other one kind of follows the path.
All right,
of you.
we'll be back
What are
in
you
un momento.
What are we doing? Are we just waiting for them? Is there a plan here? What's happening?
Oh, I was just trying to get the guards to go check on the room that I was in. By the way, have you heard about the shit that was going on a little while ago?
So I heard. Fern told me that
Wait,
Imogen.
roll over this way.
Fern told me that Imogen told her that you told Imogen that you were going in the bathroom with a monster lady, and she attacked you while you were trying to pee. Is that what happened?
Now I'm confused. No, I was going after Cyrus because he disappeared off and to the right. The lady Emoth Cad, she went into a room and there were all these like creepy dark creatures around and she was dripping with sweat and looked kind of monstrous. But I left, I couldn't find Cyrus, so I came back out to find you guys.
And the plan right now, Dorian's gonna go check it out?
I think he might go try and look for Cyrus. He mentioned something about holes in the wall, but look, he's in the restroom, so I don't see why there wouldn't be holes in the walls.
I guess we should just hang here for a second until we get some sort of a signal?
Yeah.
As we're walking to the potty, I'm gonna lean to Fern. The potty. I have children. I'm sorry. We're walking to the pisser. Fuck the pisser, bro. I lean over to Fern and I go, talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
To the guard?
I'm gonna nod my head to the guard.
How long have you been working at this establishment?
I have been working in the chambers for close to a decade.
Close to a decade?
And as soon as he's engaged with her, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion. As soon as I see that he's distracted.
Okay, what are you doing?
I am gonna, as far away as I can from us, toward the direction of where Chetney mentioned, it is going to be the voice of a woman screaming in distress.
Okay. You suddenly hear breaking through the quiet in that direction. This woman screaming down the hallway.
That was good.
All heads turn, and this is further down the left? Or in the direction of that?
I
Sorry.
think it's the other way.
It'd
It's
be
where
the-
Chetney
it'd be the
said
right-hand
the
side.
commotion was coming from.
Correct.
Yeah.
The guard goes, shit, and gets his spear and just kind of abandons the two of you for a moment to go follow the scream sound. The other guard, who's kind of standing at the door, you can see, kind of hears the sound as well. The other one meets up, they make eye contact, and they both begin to head down the right side to follow suit. What do you do?
Oh, okay, that was great.
Just trying to go off of Chetney's play.
Okay.
We do have to. do have to look in the bathroom, though.
You do have to go to the
No, I
bathroom.
don't have to go to the bathroom. I shall be looking in the bathroom.
Okay, look in the bathroom. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the guards.
Perfect. And I'll pop into the men's restroom and pay your debt.
Go, exactly.
Pay my debt.
That's the real work, you guys. Let's go.
And I guess I'm gonna look for my brother.
Okay. You step inside, and right as you come within the front door, you see a short, rotund, kind of well-dressed man in like his late 60s with thinning, combed-over hair, who's kind of in the process of putting his pants up, and goes like, excuse me, and kind of just pushes past you and turns right and begins heading back towards the main chambers.
I'm gonna follow the guards.
Okay, you follow the guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look under stalls. How do you make a pee pee poo poo in this universe? I don't know. Is it a hole in the ground? Are there stalls?
There was a small hallway, and there are what looks to be 3 small water closets that are kind of off to the sides of it there. But they're individual doors. But the one that the gentleman just came out of is not great. The other 2 appear to be empty.
I'm not gonna say his name.
Not great.
I'm gonna go test the one closest to the smelly one. Is it open?
It's open. Yeah.
Open it up. God, I turned the other one, whip it open.
All right, let's see if we can get into it.
Empty bath?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back out looking for my guard, Fern.
Fern's gone.
It's like a production of noises off.
The play that went wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to the
Well,
group.
he'd probably still see me. Just
Yeah, you glance up the hallway and you see her kind of disappearing in the direction the guards went. Which, at this moment, fresh cut grass and Chetney, what are you doing? Because you watch the one guard who was there. You hear the scream.
We should help.
I guess was that Fern's voice?
I don't know. We should just capitalize
All
on
right,
it.
we're going in.
Okay, are you following directly after the guard?
So there's 2 guards. One's way down the hall. One's closer to us.
The scream happened. The first guard kind of looked in and leaned into the hallway. The other one you saw walk past him quickly and kind of said a word to him, and he went and joined him, and they both just began barreling down the hall in the direction of the scream, and that's when you guys began to have this conversation.
We should follow them.
Yeah, I mean, I can just tell us to leave.
What was I'm sorry. What room were we supposed to be inspecting here?
Down the hall on the right, second door to the left.
That's where the guards are headed?
I mean, I assume that's where the scream came from.
well,
There
let's
was some
go.
shit happening.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And before I leave the bathroom, I'm gonna take one final look and see if there's anything out of sorts that looks like just totally wrong about this space.
Make a perception or investigation check.
Poop and shit and poop. It's an 8. What is going on?
You find
Eight tonight.
poop and shit and poop.
Shit and poop.
That's it. That's all the things.
That's all them.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna burst out and look down the hallway and see the commotion that I created. And
Hi.
Hi.
Did everything come out okay?
No, brother. No, nothing.
Did you find your hole?
There were no scary holes. No, just normal holes.
Well, we're looking at the guards to see if they've gone over to the door where the commotion came from.
All right, let's follow the guards.
Well, I think we just come in and look.
All right, go. I'm with you. I'm
Yep.
on your 6.
Are the guards rushing to the door, second on the left, where Fern should also be heading at this point?
They've moved beyond your sight at the immediate moment. It is like still darkly lit in this space, and it kind of curves around the side. You see Fern is also now beyond your sight as you guys stop looking first. But you do hear footsteps. You hear what sounds like some sort of a physical commotion ahead, and the door is still ajar. Fern, you were following that direction. The guards have moved past. You get there first, as you kind of come by the side, and the door itself is now open, and you hear first like some whispered hushes. Let me see. What the fuck? And you hear somebody else try and scream before. Then silent. Then the sound of heavy
The guards
drag
are coming.
from the room to the left. That is, the door is partially open, where you think you saw the guards duck into the door.
Oh, got it. Okay. Oh.
Whole time? Thought they would have Sam screamed.
Oh. This is a turn of events. Okay.
Just on your good judgment.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay there and just listen.
Okay.
Just to interject briefly, Imogen on the elbow of her sleeve feels her elbow tug a little bit. Maud? Where the hell is everyone?
Well, I told them to wait because we were gonna get access to the rooms. Are they not there?
Estros turns around and now you can see he has the keys in his hand with his wing hand.
Great.
Where are the green seekers?
They're beyond sight. They went through the same back doors and
There were they. Okay. Not
Logan's over there, and Ashton's like leaning over at that table.
And everybody else is
Yeah, I'm
missing?
over there. I haven't seen any of the others in like 5 minutes.
Laudna, in your head. Where did everyone go?
I haven't the slightest idea. I'm totally out of the loop.
Okay.
Just see me. I'm just making pate tap dance.
Get over here.
I was trying to make myself open to quorum members, and maybe Pat would be interested.
Stop, keep that up. Tud. Every dangerous person here knows each other. We're in over our heads. This is a lot going on.
I make my way over to.
Give it yourself.
There you go.
yeah, you at this point you're entering the room again, kind of heading in that direction as you're having this conversation. Estros has the keys in his hand, is kind of looking about
Meet up with-
nervously. You meet up with these two.
Should we just... Maybe they already went back? Maybe they already went back. You know them. I bet they didn't wait.
We're staying here, right?
Huh? I don't...
Where?
Back in the back, where the rooms are. Oh, I haven't told you. Okay.
Meanwhile, roll a perception check for me.
Come on. Big money. Big numbers. Terrible.
Mother bitch.
The worst.
11.
11. You listen in, and you faintly hear the sound. Then some heavy dragging on the ground, some metal scraping, and you hear like some sort of conversation from non-human voices in this chamber. Seems a little, I don't know, tense, if anything, but unable to understand the language at all. Right about this time that you all begin to approach Fern, who is carefully listening around the partially open door.
Maybe they're eating. Maybe they're hungry.
Because there was also like screaming.
Is this the monster room?
Just kill those 2 nice cards.
We should get back up because we're supposed to be keeping a profile. Should I go? Let them in.
Should I turn into something and then go in there so we can see them?
Yeah. What if they're still alive? We can help them.
As fresh cut grass wheels into the room.
So framed.
You come into the room. You can see across the way there is the open balcony that leads outside with the Katha's moonlight pouring through. There is a number of, looks like there's a little library off to the side there. There's a desk, a very faint bit of like torchlight that's just kind of glowing in the room. You do see a blood trail, a heavy blood trail, and a secondary smaller one that are both dragging through to a doorway that leads into kind of an adjacent chamber, a continuation of this suite beyond.
So they're dead. They're dead.
You hear this? Are we peeking through the doorway?
Hey, yeah, you can come in. You can come in.
Okay,
It's fine. Is there any people in here?
Right now, you roll a perception check.
There's like 2 rooms, right? It's not just one room. It, like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
back
like one room, and then there's like a doorway that leads into this. 25. You, as soon as you all kind of begin to scuffle, you hear in that next chamber over, that's part of this suite, you hear like scratching sounds, and
So they're either dead or in the process of dying. So if we want to save their lives, we should go in there and help them. Otherwise, we're just gonna leave them to die.
Wait, who are we saving?
The 2 guards that Dorian killed.
Why?
Because they're innocent and haven't done anything
How
wrong,
do you
and
know?
they have souls.
breaks the tense silence of the room.
What are you doing in these chambers?
You look for the source of it, and you don't see anyone else in the room. But you, with your extremely high perception roll, glance up and see, lashed to the ceiling, in her dark gray-silver dress, pale, sweaty skin, lashed head turned down, black eyes, an extended jaw, just kind of dripping liquid saliva from it, the sharp teeth exposed. You see Lady Imath looking down as she's like crawling back from the hallway through the door behind where you came in. You can see like kind of wrapped around her shoulder, it looks like a satchel that is somewhat half full.
Hello, smiley day to you.
That's right. Well, hell. We'll pick up from there in a few minutes. And yeah, we'll see you here in a second. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, where we had left off.
Oh, that's right. Uh-oh.
Laudna. Ford. Imogen. You were all together and gathered with Ashton, not far behind, and Lord Eshtaros, who had gathered the keys to your suites in hopes of following up the strange information that Chetney had bestowed upon you of an interaction he had in the back chamber. And then noticing that the rest of your troop seems to have vanished somewhere within the instance.
What? Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I
What a
didn't see it
fucking
personally,
idiot.
but-
Yeah, no. He sounds like a moron, but Dorian says he trusts him, but still.
Everyone's here. It's like a bus station.
So we should head back? I mean,
I wonder what that air raid siren was. Sounded like a nuke silo or like the nuclear, like a basically like an early warning the nuke's overheating.
Man, I'm done for the night. I'm really had a great time. Just ready to get some sleep. It's been great, but yeah, I'm fresh. I'm fresh now. Yeah, let's just, yep. Let's go pass out.
And a nut. Yeah.
I think.
Emotional support? Oh no. Who do we have to punch?
You remember Duggar?
Yeah.
I think there's another Duggar.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm only gonna be so. Hold on, let me put on a mask.
you all at? I was at a totally different party.
Why do you guys have something for him?
What do you mean?
I'd like something that some refreshment.
I've got.
I mean, it's only gonna do so much.
Could he hold it for you though?
Do you want to hold on to it just in case he's?
Sure. Yeah, I'm a little. Okay.
Let's go see if everybody's dead.
Yep, all right.
So you are now heading through the currently unguarded doors to the back of the chamber.
And they're still like mowing conversations.
Yeah. Everyone is very intensely focused in the middle of the space.
Oh, chutney.
Now just to double check.
120 feet. You have to point in the direction.
Point in the direction of the creature.
I'm looking towards where we're going.
Where are you pointing?
Towards the double doors.
There's no response.
There's no response. Do I see any of our crew over there?
No, the doors are closed and it's there.
No
Unattended.
response. He's dead. All right.
We walk a little bit.
I was going to say, I probably would like to go catch those. Not drawing too much attention to ourselves, but still.
Well, you are in the room.
Oh, did I go in there?
And
Did you go in?
Did you go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so while you are heading towards the chamber, you come back to the other room, which currently has latched above.
Kind of day to you.
Where the sleeping quarters are for the evening. Well, we didn't realize this room was already taken, so we'll just go.
Can we just start backing out, one real slowly out of the room?
As you take the first step, she and you see the spit spray from her mouth a little bit as her head kind of turns to the side. The bones in her arms kind of move in a very unnatural way, and she drops from the ceiling into the doorway. And is now blocking your exit, and you hear the chittering sounds of other creatures in the other additional chamber of the suite.
Doorway still open? Or is the door closed?
She's standing at the doorway, now blocking space. And goes, sorry. Have business
All of us, even the ones not in the room. Okay. Oh God. Oh
Yeah, here we go.
They're gonna die.
Love it, I love it.
And we're
Oh,
bringing.
look at the little rug. Both rugs. Look at the cute little bear.
Wow, this is
Look
a
at the
great
little bear.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
she looks like a fun mime.
all right. So in this room we
Oh, that's all right.
have
You're fine.
fresh cut grass. We have.
Oh, so she's.
Yeah, she was came in through the ceiling and then dropped down to prevent you from like.
So she wasn't in the room when they walked in?
No.
Is the door open to the other room? Open
She's
in?
in the hallways
And the
here.
I
skittering
thought she
was
was on
through.
the. Oh.
The skittering, or the guards were dragged to the blood.
in the room on this guy. She's in the hallway? Up on the fucking...
In front of the hallway.
That's just wretched.
The blood streaks are leading to what room?
This is a big.
There's a door there?
I'm really glad I didn't do it there by
There's a
myself.
door right here.
But there.
All right, so getting into this in
Oh boy.
You guys can do it. You guys are gonna be fine.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, 25 to 20.
Even for the outsiders?
No.
No, the outsiders are not working. Okay. Not 20, 20 to 15.
17.
18. 18. What's your dexterity?
Plus 3, 16.
Can you roll 17?
Yeah.
Check.
I rolled 18, 17.
Great. All right, so 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
4.
4.
Burn, where are you? Both at 4? 4.
What's it for?
Better rollies.
Rollies?
Know what your dex?
Dex first, then rollies.
I'm rolling mine is, I got a 16 on rollies.
I got a 12. Wait, what's your good jump straight to
My dex is less than yours.
You may choose to roll these, should you not wish to handle the dex roll.
Rollies.
All right.
Yeah.
I challenge Lucian to rollies.
That would change campaign too very, very much. Alrighty. So you're both 4.
Yes.
Got it.
Wait,
All right.
Wait, rollies? Serious?
It matters. You made it matter.
So Lady Moth actually begins.
Lady Muff, okay.
Lady Moth rolled the highest. After descending to the ground and snarling, you can see the absence of white in her eyes and the jaw itself extending long. The teeth almost seem somewhat translucent as thick slobber just kind of drips out onto the ground in front of her. Her arms and shoulders kind of bend back as she quietly growls. There's still kind of a sense of keeping things quiet and contained as she begins to rush forward towards you, Ashkaras.
Well, hello.
Not Leonard!
She's going to go ahead and make 2 fire attacks against you. Natural 1. The first strike goes towards you and you just kind of peel back out of the way. The second one, that will hit, however, with 26.
Yes, it will.
You take 6 points of piercing damage
And
plus
Aim labs, huh?
11 points of necrotic damage. As her clock.
Write that
The
down.
first one misses. The second one, she leaps forward again and just drives it right into
Do
the
like
chest
roleplay.
area of your torso and streaks down the middle of the front and leaves this gash in the front. And now that
Alright.
she's up close and personal in the face, you can see the blackened veins across her body. There's almost like small, I want to say like large porous openings in certain parts of her skin that seem to almost breathe on their own. In parts of her shoulders and open areas. That's gonna finish her turn. Yep, Dorian, you're up with the cherry on deck.
damn it. It's gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, "Where's my brother?" And I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, okay. Is it a wisdom save for her?
That is 14. Wisdom, yes.
13 on her end.
Okay.
She just missed it.
Let's go.
All right. 6. Great. That is 6 points of damage, but she must also be moved back her maximum distance.
Okay, so,
So that-
she immediately leaps back into the air, under the ceiling. Get her back.
Okay, that's a good move.
And is currently now like in the back hallway, upside down, her hair kind of stringily hanging from above.
A good move. Get her away. She's scary.
Yeah.
All right, are you gonna stay put?
I will stay put with. I want to stay with the group.
You got it. Chetney, you're up.
Right. Well, I'm totally armed. I'm gonna shimmy out of this dress. Just let it fall to the floor. Undies on, okay?
What color?
They're kind of cream. They're like mother of pearl.
Okay.
Look, you gotta stick with the one that brung you. So, anyway, I'm gonna run over to FCG.
Wow.
Open your mouth! And I'll shove my whole damn arm down in there and start looking for the chisel.
Okay.
Because there are guards out in the hallway, so, you know.
You do eventually find it. It does take your full action to remove it, but you do find a chisel. You pull it out,
and it looks like maybe part of the metal began to corrode in a way, but it's still largely functional and usable.
Yes. It's game time.
Ooh, I feel lighter.
Amazing. Let's see. With my bonus action, I'll draw it across my hand and imbue my crimson right.
All right.
But I gotta roll a d6. That's fine. 1 point of damage.
There you go. All right, so you take 1 point of damage as you draw it across your skin. The blood, as it pulls across, you can see it's almost like absorbed into the chisel, and as it does, the chisel does what?
It ignites with flames.
All right. So, is that your turn?
It is.
All right, Chet, you finishing that? As she's up in
Actually,
the back. Yeah?
Because my movement's still there, I'm gonna run over towards the doorway to see if there's anybody else in there. How fair is this fucking fight?
Okay, you head to the door and look. The first thing you notice is 2 guards on the ground here and here. There's blood being dragged, and one of them you can see is like coughing blood up from like gash marks across their face and neck. And currently, what looks to be 2 little humanoid creatures with all black eyes and grayish skin. They're just like these horrible toothy mouths and like clawed arms beneath these like tattered cloaks. And yeah, that's what you see.
2 of them. Copy. We got 2 more here! The guards and enemy!
25. You use 25?
It is.
That gets you to the door.
Thank you.
All right. Finishing your go, you hear from around the corner. 2 more emerge from around the edge. One of them is going to attempt to leap over you through the door.
Your timing sucks!
Okay. It leaps through, but you do get an attack opportunity.
All right.
Combat space. Over here. You want to make a strike?
Hold on, it leapt over me?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not that hard.
That's a 20 to hit.
That definitely hits. You can go and roll damage.
+7. Yeah. So 11 points of damage. 7 slashing and 4 fire.
All right, it leaps over you. You strike in the front. It lands and kind of skids to the ground and grabs its stomach and turns back at you. Spittle kind of flying out and hitting your face a bit.
Gotta use your diaphragm.
And it's going to continue moving over this direction angrily. That one's going to stay there, and this one's going to go ahead and attempt to. It's going to go ahead and close in on the space here as well. There. This one also is going to charge over. This one's going to try and leap
Past all of you and get into the next chamber. It's going to be a harder DC for it. Rolls a natural 19 though.
leaps past over you. It's going to go ahead and rush over here to engage with
Nom nom nom.
First it sees. That was your reaction. So the 2 that are right there in the doorway and kind of engaging with you right there. Rolls a 2. That misses entirely with a 7. The other one, 13 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. This is with no armor on.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as it goes and swings towards you, reaches out with its claws towards you. You go ahead and just duck out of the way, and its hand strikes the stone framing of the doorway in front of you. With no armor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 18 normally, and then down 2 for the shield to 16.
Well, you have a breastplate on. Get your armor up that.
Thank you.
Basically, what's your dexterity?
Dex is +2.
So you had the AC of 12, so the second hit would hit you.
Would hit, okay.
Keep that in mind. Alright, so as this one goes and strikes towards you, you take... You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
And 2 points of necrotic.
Okay.
It's a claw. You just pull out of the way and it kind of kicks your forearm. It stings, but you've had far worse. The one that's running towards you on the other side that kind of rushes to fresh cut grass is going to attempt to attack you. With a natural 1, you're just nothing. Ducking to the side, ready for it without issue. The one that rushes up to you, Fern, however, is going to leap in the air, claws out, and tend to just go like a frenzied strike on you for 18 to hit.
Yes.
Alrighty. You. There we go. That is
5 points of piercing damage and 7 necrotic. That finishes their go. Fresh cut grass is Fernand.
If I had to estimate the distance from me right now to where I last saw Imogen, Eshtaros, all them, would it be within 120 feet or no?
The doorways that lead down this hall, there's another room here. And the hallway continues this way. About here is where the door would be.
But they're beyond that across the hall.
But they're beyond that across the hall. So I'd
probably
say
more
they're
than-
probably a little more than that right now.
Okay. So cast
That looks like a nice building right there. I wonder if I can.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to
Get into that building.
No. Okay. I will try my best.
I like this. This is a nice little compound.
I'll try to diffuse. I will cast, I will say it now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to fight here. Let's just calm this down, and I'll cast Calm Emotions on all of them.
Okay.
I can center the radius within, in the center of all of them, and hit all of the little critters.
The little critters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Charisma 14 save.
It is. If they are hostile, do they get advantage on it?
Let's see.
No, I don't think you can. However, they attack or harm, then so, we can roll for these. The one that's next to Fern. That's the one. You're just pulling the ones up there. So this one, we'll say, a little more docile. Kind of goes into like confused and kind of looks over to its leader for some sort of interaction. The one that's right in front of your face, that is fails as well.
I wonder where they're kind of flying from.
Temperature. That succeeds, and succeeds. 14, 16. Okay, so the two that are right there in the room with you, kind of like their claws inside, and kind of start looking over down the long hall where the Lady of Muff is kind of hanging from the ceiling and getting ready to possibly charge back in. You want to stay put?
No, I'm gonna go diagonally that way and duck around the alcove there. Yeah, just so I'm out of sight a bit.
Okay, you go ahead and skitter off those two because they are docile at the moment, or at least not actively engaged in aggression. Do not take any swipes on you as you move out of their combat range.
And for my bonus action, I will, if you'll allow it, I will use it to speak to my comrades and say, if you attack them or any of their friends, they will once again become hostile.
Not
Yep.
affected. Okay.
That seems to be the moment.
Yep.
Okay. That finishes your go. Fern, you're up.
Gonna blow it right here.
Oh, so we can't hit anybody in here.
But they can't see anything in the next room over, so you could have fun with her.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to I am going to bring Mr. into the game.
Mr. apparates from underneath your shawl. Where do you want us to place him?
Just beside me, in between Dorian and okay.
Okay. Now, does Mr. do anything when he arrives?
No, I think it's the next. I think I command right in this.
No worries.
Find it? Okay. As an action, you can expend your wild shape. Here, use that. You can summon your wild fire spirit within 10 feet of the spirit. When it appears, must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage. So we might be fighting.
If, knowing this, do you want to place them between the two of them? What would Fern do?
You do your thing.
Okay. How far can I place him?
Yeah, baby. Within 30 feet, I think? Yep.
Within 30 feet of me? Okay.
Correct. So you could move and choose elsewhere if you wanted to.
Okay. Oh, that's a big pickle. Okay.
What you got?
Okay. Shit. Can I put him in the room?
Over.
Which room? The room in here? Yeah.
If you get enough visual sight, you can. If you move over,
Yeah, I'll move over a bit.
like there.
Yeah, to where I can see, and I'll pop him right in front of those two.
All right. So both of them have to make a dex save.
Yep.
Does that mean that the guards that are down would have to make dex saves too? If you put him right there?
So if you put them there, likely yeah.
That's okay.
So
I mean, they're probably half eaten.
double sixes, they both fail. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage on that.
Oh, good. Dumb roll. 3 points of damage.
3 points of fire damage to each of them as Mister just suddenly vanishes from your shoulder and bursts into flame in the other room with a bright light. It kind of blinds you momentarily, Chetney, as you watch the flaming Mister. And the two shade creepers kind of withdraw. The two guards on the ground begin to writhe as they burn. They're not dead, but they're certainly closer.
As I see that, I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's a bonus action?
And then as a bonus action, I am
Is that
going...
yours? Is that your action?
That's my action.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, I'm going to produce a flame blade from my hand and have that prepared. And I'm just going to look at FCG.
Describe how you create the flame blade.
So I just kind of fling out my hand very slowly. It starts to come out of my hand. I'm waiting. But
Are you? Does it seem like you just...
The one that's docile, it's right in front of you, kind of just looks over at you, up at you, looks over and sees Mr. appear and burn his friends, and he goes,
I'm sorry.
the one that didn't. so you summon it. You still have to use your action to attack next turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the one that didn't see it, which is over by the wall, is still kind of just standing there going. But definitely one of them broke from that.
Okay.
That's your turn.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. So at the end of this round, you all have come through the hallway, and you glance down one side and over the other, and you hear commotion, and you see suddenly. You do actually, because you have the super high fucking crazy passive perception. All of you can just hear noises. You're not quite sure what's happening. You watch something skitter across the ceiling back into the hall, and you see what looks to be some sort of humanoid figure that's almost like spider-like on the ceiling.
I've read a description that I didn't see before, but does it look bugger-esque from my point of view?
There's not enough light to see.
Okay, just something creepy.
Yeah.
Right. And we're how far away?
You were like down here.
Ooh, okay.
Somewhere in this neighborhood.
Are we in loosey goose? I would start running in.
Okay. Are you moving and dashing?
Yeah, but I would be like, hang back, and I would start running in.
Okay. What's your speed?
It's 30.
30. And you dashing as well?
Yeah.
Get you double move to about there. You are now in the hallway, but that's your full turn to get to that.
Take off running as soon as he took off running.
Right. I need you, and then you go ahead and do the same. I'll get you.
I wouldn't dash though. I would probably just take my 30 and then try to attack the thing in the hall.
There you go. So you are still back in the hall.
I'll stick with you. I stick with London.
Okay. So you both have an action to go.
Okay.
That's your turn, and but I need you to roll initiative now to see where you are. This is essentially coming into the space.
Cool.
Yeah. 10.
Okay.
it's after Fern, before and Mom?
This is them kind of just moving in while it's happening. Now they're rolling initiative, and they're going to be added to it this round.
Oh, okay, I didn't put the numbers into the.
I got it all situated here. Yeah, Fern and Fresh Grass are both 4. Dorian was 18. Chet.
Orium is Tom.
Okay.
Also 21, I'll go after.
Yeah, and I'm right after you.
He said it out loud.
Yeah. Wow, I'm thinking cookies now too. Sure.
Got it. So at the top, Orem, you rush in and kind of watch this creature up there. It hasn't quite noticed your approach and is more focused and is getting ready to tear it back into this open doorway. You can hear scuffling and sounds of growling and skittering from within. What do you do?
Do I see it better now?
You do now.
Okay,
Yes, be
and
perception.
it's covered in mucus and shit? Or-
It definitely evokes a similar vibe as to your encounter with Duggar, with a little more refined.
Okay, then I'm gonna run at her and leap 9 feet into the air and double slash her legs.
Because of your jump, you can do that. So you rush up, go ahead and land back on the ground below, but go ahead and make your 2 strikes.
Okay, put one is not that good. Where'd it go? That is a 14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
Second one is a 20.
20 does hit.
On a bad dagger. It's 3. Is 8, and I'll make it a goading
Okay.
attack, so she has to make a wisdom save.
You got it. That is a failure. It's an 8.
So she takes 15 points of damage from the second slash.
Nice.
The blade slashes across the stone of the wall, and then I kick off, and as I'm coming down, rake it across her leg. And any attacks on anyone but me are at a disadvantage.
You got it. Okay. As the first swing goes wide, you go and strike towards her. She pulls up, and it hits the wall, and then you swing upward with your momentum as it goes down. And as you do, you catch part of her leg, and you hear onto the ground. And you kind of glance up after you land and see, and it's still in the shadow, but some of the light from the torch kind of catches the eyes, almost like a cat in shadow when a flashlight moves by, and you're like, ooh.
And, hey Fern. And that's it.
Oh, hi. Does it start the initiative now, or would we have gotten an attack as we ran up as well?
You guys actually, yeah, you guys still have an action, so you can do that now.
Oh,
and then we'll come back, because that should have technically been before him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna... Bless you. I'm gonna, see her, and as I run up, just shoot my hand out, and, I'm gonna cast Toss's Mind Whip and try to get her. Yes. Mind Whip.
Watch her whip.
Could you try again?
Could you please?
I'm gonna try to get a Mind Whip. It's an intelligence saving throw.
Actually, does save, unfortunately.
As I run up.
It takes half damage, though.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Well, then I'll roll that.
Not bad for a servant.
16, so...
So 8 points of damage. You got it. So as you extend your consciousness and tear through the creature's mind, it manages to just catch you in the moment, and the wills collide, and you still manage to push through and do damage, but there is resistance. Alright, so this is your action at the end of the last round, and Lana, what do you do?
Oh shit. Oh god damn it. Hang on a shit. Bonus action. Bonus action hex.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can still take an action as well, yeah? Just in this round?
As long as it's not a spell, it's a cantrip.
Yes, I will cantrip Eldritch Blast.
You have 2 now.
I have 2 of them now.
Go for it.
Okay. What is this? This is a 6. Alright, 6 plus 7. is 13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, and the other one is a 17 plus 7,
That
24.
hits. So go ahead and roll damage for 1 plus 6 damage.
I've never had a problem reading my dice ever in my entire.
13. So 6s and the 9s. Get a little, you know.
That's always 9.
Can get a little.
Wait, there is
no 6s on those dice.
Nice. Even the d6.
13.
13 points of
Necrotic.
necrotic damage. You see as it impacts the creature. Seeing you all rushing into the hallway, you striking from below at that point, glancing over everyone else in the other room. You see there's this.
Well, that sure is a great wall. If anybody's in here, I hope you have a great smiley day. I like your base.
Taking your action already.
It does look pretty neat.
No. One of the guards is not like it's gonna make it. It's
Come on.
one of them in the background, like the flames are kind of smoldering out of the boot, and it's like
His name's
just
Russ.
bleeding out of the mouth on the ground. All right. It is now time of this Ashton to go. Of course.
Can I see anything that's going on over there?
No, all you do is hear sounds from within. You just see your friends focusing on this creature that's still like lashed to the ceiling. It's humanoid, unnatural.
Okay, I'm gonna just take a few steps forward. I'm gonna drink a potion because it's looking like that. Hey, and that's +2, right?
Yep. It's 9 hit points again. Pass that over. Pass that over, baby.
I'm gonna take a sip and
Sorry.
I'm going to yell. Fuck, are you guys all right?
You all hear Ashton's voice from around the corner shout, asking if you're all right.
Hello?
I'll answer on my turn.
All right, you're staying put?
I'm coming a few feet forward. I'm just staying in front of the spellcasters.
Okay, you got it. Finishing your go. It is now Emot's turn. Looking down at you in the ground. She spider climbs across the ceiling. Over here, he's going to dart down towards Fern. He's going to go ahead and you watch as her neck curls back. It seems to almost lengthen as it does so. Like the pulls back. And you watch as right above where their somewhat bony sternum is, the flesh seems to almost gather up before she fires a line of translucent spittle that goes right through Fern and you. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws. Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
Dexterity
With your
saving.
skills.
Me too? Sure. Oh, so bad. Blood so bad.
17.
That's a success. You take half damage on this. So, Fern, you take 12 points of poison damage. You take 24 points of poison damage. And you are free.
Well, wait. I have a thing with poison. I have advantage against poison.
Then roll again.
Okay. Just on the poison.
This is for it.
I have advantage on poison because of the halfling that I am.
Oh, okay.
But is that still a dex save though?
Still a dex save.
Okay, so that is
16 succeeds. You only take 12 points of damage. You are not poisoned.
Remember your rule, folks.
Do that. Alrighty.
It burns.
And so as you both manage to get out of the way before it can completely engulf your eyes and nose and ears and any sort of open, sensitive spaces.
My urethra.
So while it stings and burns into the skin, it could have been a lot worse. But that finishes at Emot's go. Now we are back to Dorian with Chetney on deck.
All right.
Drop down right next to you. After like spitting this line through the doorway and beyond, and you see your friends get coated. She turns back to you.
I said, where is my brother? And I'm gonna pull out the gambler's blade, close the gap, and just take a piercing slash right at it.
Yeah, go for it. You have. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Texture does additional damage. She damage.
What she does. But disadvantage on
ability checks.
I'll say dex check.
You got it.
That's an 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Jeez. Nice. 7 plus 3, that's 10.
10. Awesome. Do you have any other abilities from your
Yes. So for my bonus action, I'm going to expend 1 Bardic Inspiration, and I'm going to use Slashing Flourish.
Okay.
So I take that stab at her, and then I look at the 2 other people, and while it's still stuck in her, I pull it out, and I stick it straight back in her again, because if a weapon attack hits, it can use it to deal the extra damage equal to the number that I roll. So I think that's another 7.
Oh, you roll your Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, I roll my Bardic Inspiration then. Oh. Which is what? Oh no, I've never used this before.
That's right, you've been giving other people Bardic.
It's gotta be oh, it is a D8. So
Yeah, just roll it again.
roll it again. That's an 8.
Additional 8 points of damage to it.
But then also with Slashing Flourish, I pull it out, and I can also hit anybody within 5 feet of me. So would that be the 2 little guys?
If you wanted to move in closer to have done so, I'll allow that to make that guy.
Just one of them?
Just one of them, yeah.
Yeah, then the little guy on the light, and then I'll just like, it's for you too, bitch. I'll stick him with that one.
So he also takes 8
So
points
you're
of
gonna
damage.
stick it in her, pull it out, stick it back in her, pull it out, and stick it in the other guy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just poking everybody. Yeah.
So, after you stab it into her, pull it back and stab her again, moving to the side, and then flourish back and strike the other guy who had already been wounded by Chetney. The blade carves through me and just crumbles to the ground. And the body ignites and burns in a radius. I need Fern to make a dexterity save.
Oh yeah.
8.
You take 4 points of fire damage
Eights?
from the burning atmosphere on the creature. But that creature is dispatched. Some heavy damage. Awesome, that finishes your go. Dorian, Chetney, you're up.
Can I see
blood on deck.
quickly, looking through the doorway past the 2 shade creepers that are there, do either of the guards look more alive than the other?
Yes. This one, you're uncertain if they're alive. This one, you see a little bit of movement as one of the legs is like kind of twitching a little bit, almost like it's trying to kick away.
Alright, I will try and run by the shade creeper on my right along that inner wall and head towards him, so to not draw attacks of opportunity from both if I can. If it is, I'll try for it. I'm gonna try and push towards that guard.
Okay, are you trying? They're both kind of blocking your path unless you go around this way. Unless you arc around, otherwise you could try and leap over.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'll try a... Oh, is that gonna spin my action if I try and leap over?
No, just an acrobatics check.
I'll try.
All right, so since they 2 have leapt over you, you're like, you can play this game, bitch. You go ahead and immediately pull back and go into a Chetney leap over the one in front of you. Roll an acrobatics check for me, please.
17.
17. So.
AJ, nothing but a number.
Landing right next to our good monkey boy there. You land. One of them does. No, actually, you're still in melee with both of them, so none of them get attack opportunity. And you land next to the guy there on the ground. Yeah.
I'm next to the guard that looks like he might have some life left in him. We gotta have one of these fuckers alive, otherwise we're gonna get framed to shit. And I will take out the green healing potion, the greater healing potion that also has, I think poison immunity or whatever in it, and I'm gonna dump it in his gullet for my action.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d4.
6 points plus. It was a 4 and a 2, so 6 plus 4.
Yeah, so it's 10.
Hey, heals 10 points.
You finish administering the potion in the garden. looks down and sees the flaming monkey and sees the two other creatures there, and immediately grabs its spear and kind of sits up and puts its back against the wall that separates the two rooms.
We're friends. We're here to help. Things are about to get weird. Weird. Weird.
Yep.
Don't hit me.
And with that, you transform into your hybrid form. The guard just goes, and, like, it's not quite sure where to focus its fear, but it's like kind of back against the wall, spear in front of it, and it's just kind of in a defensive mode right now. Okay, that finishes you go. Laudna, you're up.
Literally fun. What? Me?
Turn, yeah.
Oh shit! You're staring at me expectantly. Okay, well, fuck. Imogen and I are kind of fucked right now. So I look at Imogen. Run forward.
Okay. About 30. That's your movement.
Damn, so I can't see shit, can I?
Not right now, no.
I will dash. It's a bonus action to dash?
No, it's your action.
My action?
Yes. That's your rogue.
Right. Can I see her? Oh yeah, she's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I will quicken a spell.
Okay.
So I can do that now. Spin 2. Oh, actually, hang on. You do this for the first time. Hang on. So, action. This one is. Oh shit. One action using 2 sorcery points. Okay. So 2 sorcery points, and I will chill touch her.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Quicken means you can turn into a bonus action?
All right.
So from the ceiling, from the kind of the darkness, you just see like 2 skeletal hands reach out and clasp on top of her.
Make a ranged spell attack.
Fuck me. Natural fucking 1. Natural 1.
That's why
Daddy.
you did that on the non-guild die.
Yeah, I can't sit down.
You rush around the corner, drawing on that source of arcane power within your blood, your cold, half-undead blood, and release the chill touch. The 2 skeletal claws collide downward, and this creature, as the claws strike, seem to slide off of her from the strange layer of weird viscous excretion that coats her exposed skin.
Well, there goes my sorcerer points.
It's a worthy shot. All right, finishing Laudna's go. The rest of these individuals are this one, which has now been attacked, is going to shift around behind Dorian. And this one here is going to run through here. You have a reaction, so you do get an attack opportunity.
Does Mr. get a reaction?
Is that
Mr. does not.
who gets an attack of opportunity?
You do, Chet.
I do?
Yes, because one of them rushed past you.
Amazing.
And it's going to turn and strike towards you.
I just have... I still got my chisel.
Yep.
A werewolf with a chisel.
I'd watch that.
That's 22 to hit.
That hits. Go and roll damage.
2 plus 8, 10 plus 5, 15.
15. As that one rushes past you, you quickly streak out and like catch the back of its head, and as it moves 2 steps forward, it goes, and that head wobbles as you've actually severed the back of where its spine would be at the back of the neck, and it just kind of crumples into the ground before bursting into flames. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. 17.
17, you succeed. You only take 3 points of fire damage.
3 points.
The
I turn and look at the guard and go, friend.
The other one's going to go ahead and strike you. That is a 17 to hit. I think does hit you.
It does without all my other stuff. Yeah.
You take, oh, there we go. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Reduced to 4 because you are in your hybrid form.
And it's non-magical?
It's non-magical and non-silver.
Okay.
You do, however, take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Copy that.
So that'd be 3 points of bludgeoning damage. I look at the wrong bonus. Yeah.
3 instead of 4.
3 instead of 4, so you get one more. Then there is the one that is now moved behind Dorian, and it's going to go ahead and strike you. It does have advantage because it is flanking you with Lady Amoth. And yeah, I'm pretty sure hits with the 19. Yeah, okay. It circles around. It shakes off the influence from the calm emotions and just unleashes into your back as you just see it move around with unnatural speed. And it tears into you for 5 points of piercing damage and 12 points of necrotic.
Oh, my.
The claws just burn your back, and you feel your whole back muscles tense up from the pain before you pull away. And it's now attempting to climb onto your body and tearing you.
Oh, come on. I just had a massage, man.
Imogen, you're up with fresh grass on deck.
Okay. Alright, haven't seen Lana take off running. I'm just gonna close my eyes and put my hands down and misty step to the doorway.
Help! Yes.
Yes. So you move forward.
Fine.
Then
If I can, I'm just gonna use the 30 feet of misty step to get to the doorway.
it would have been 30.
That I can misty step that far.
You can move this step this far.
Okay, and then I can
But then
walk.
you can
Okay.
continue to move, yeah.
Great. And then I'm gonna use my action. Can I see Scary Lady?
You can.
Bad Scary Lady, not good Scary Lady.
It's good distinction, yes.
Alright, I'm going to I'm gonna just look at her and say, take it in. And I'm gonna send all of the mental anguish that I'm feeling from the party and send it to her, and I'm gonna cast this first.
Is that a cantrip? You did cast Misty Step.
Oh, I thought because it was a feature that I could do it. Does,
Feature from which?
Fey Touch.
Gotcha. So that
Does it still count as a spell
It still counts
usage?
as a spell, as like casting a spell when you use the feature.
Got it.
But you can still do a cantrip.
Got it.
Yes.
In that case, I'll do the same thing, but with my sliver.
You got it.
Same thing.
It's a saving throw or a attack roll?
Same flavor, different tech.
Yep.
Intelligence saving.
You got it. That is going to be a 14. You got it. Just misses.
Seven points.
7 points. Good. She's now on the ground and kind of seems to be like wrestling with the pain, striking the head. And for a second, you watch as the monstrous form almost like snaps back, and you see the woman once again, almost like brought back to her previous form in the party before looking over right at you. Alright, so there she go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Rachel Grass, you're up front, you're on deck.
I just kind of ducked my head behind Wanda.
We got a lot of heavy hitters here, so I'm gonna look up at the wall beside me, and see a crude poster, a picture of Russ the guard, and it just says "Guard of the Month" over him, and I'm like, I'm coming for you, Russ. So I come out and I start making my way over to the other door. How do I see? Can I see past all this melee madness to see if any guards are awake or alive or anything as I'm walking? No.
The closest you can get is about there. It will lead you into melee with that one over there, but you can see this guard across the way. And a little bit here. This guard is now conscious and back against the wall, sitting, spear in hand, and is kind of just taking in the chaos around it. The other one is on the ground and not moving.
And it's a little hard for me to see. So there's one bad guy in front of me in the room.
Right here is one bad guy.
And behind me is
Mister.
the bad lady.
Over here is the bad lady.
And rules are I can cast a bonus action spell and a cantrip spell? Is that right?
If you'd like. Or you can cast a spell and then do a bonus action feature. Up to you.
I will use bonus action to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay. All right. In what form?
Well, we're at a party. So I would like to cast it to look like a formal invitation, and on the front it says, "The honor of your presence is cordially invited." And then if you flip it open, it says, "To a whooping, an ass whooping."
I like that it would say whooping ass whooping.
Emotionally charged to the writing.
I was already there for the honor of your presence is cordially invited.
Is that Henry?
Like, I was already on board. I hired a calligraphist, and I didn't want to pay her to redo it, so just left it in.
This is cordially
Nice, dude. Requested.
I don't have a.
Why not?
I don't have an invitation.
Matt,
So
you're
we'll just,
breaking the...
where do you want it to go?
Piece of paper, I can whip one.
I mean, I feel like the bad lady is now swarmed by our people, but yeah, I'll attack her. I'll attack her.
Okay, on this side or this side?
On my side.
Okay.
There it is. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay, attack. Nope, 4 plus something. I'm sure it doesn't hit.
It hits her like an invitation would. It just kind of like flops against her.
You gotta angle it. Angle it for the paper cut.
Yeah, now you know. Now you know.
An RSVP, I'm sorry I can't attack. I still have an action. Oh man, I can't reach the dead guy. He's probably dead. And I see the other guy's doing okay. Is that Russ?
No.
Oh
We're killing the NPC we made up.
Well, then I can't reach him to spare the dying, so I guess I'll use my action to cast Sacred Flame. And I guess I'll style it that like a little door opens right here, and a little hose sticks out, and blast the fire.
You got it.
At the guy in front of Chetney.
You got it. You got it. A dex save, I assume?
I think so. Let's see here. Sacred Flame is a dex save 14.
Yeah, it failed with a 6.
Okay, I roll a 2d8. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. The flames seem to immolate him for a minute before he kind of shakes it off. Looks hurt. It's still like. Okay, that's your go. You got it. Burn, you're up.
Okay.
Hormone deck.
So Mister, start with him. He's gonna shoot a flame seed at this boy here.
One in front? Okay, you got it.
Yep. Yes. 15 plus 7, so. Yes. Okay. Get my little teeth. My baby teeth. You ready? 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage on him.
Yes.
He explodes from the flame seed that's thrown point blank into his back. And then detonates around. Mister is Mr. immune to fire? I assume he might be. It would be He is immune to fire, yes. So he takes a damage. I need both fresh cut grass and Chetney to make dexterity saves.
Okay, 17.
That's a success.
This is considered 16 plus 21.
Okay, yeah, you both succeed. You both only take 5 points of fire damage. All right.
Okay, and I am going to turn around and flip my flame blade and try to. Sorry. Try to take slice it across her throat.
Go ahead and roll an attack with your attack modifier.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Is there an advantage because I'm flanking with Dorian?
Yes, there would.
Yay! There you go. Rules queen. There you go.
So go ahead and roll 3d6 and double it.
Okay.
Come on.
Howdy dirty dirt. Howdy dirty dirty.
Did you just roll sand?
Yes.
Why?
It's like some
some croutons.
Okay, it's not terrible. Yeah. 10, doubled, 20.
20 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So describe how this crit goes through. She's currently like kind of focused between you and Dorian. She just took the blast attack across the way, just dodged the chilled touch, and is now like glancing around.
So I'm gonna turn around, pull the mucus all over me. I just got shampoozled. And then I'll try to slice it across her throat to try to open up all the mucus sac.
Okay, she pulls back, and the blade cuts past, and you see the cut does go through, and a bit of excretion kind of down the side of the neck. It's not a heavy, like it doesn't bisect her any means, but it definitely like cuts through.
Does it smell?
You're not close enough, but it does not smell. Actually, with your senses, yeah, it doesn't smell.
Okay, and then
Like a shih tzu.
can I have Mr. walk to me?
You've already used your bonus action to have an attack. Can you
Oh, yeah.
part of that as well? Actually, no, he has a speed of 30 feet on his turn, so yeah, and he can fly. So you can have
So
him.
I want to get him as close to me as he can get.
So we'll get right next to you. Yeah.
Really glossed over that. Hey, come on.
Yeah, he kind of glides through on fire. He kind of hovers in the air.
Oh, I'm such a proud mother. Okay, great. That's my turn.
All right, that finishes your go. Top of the round, Orem, you're up.
Okay, so slinging venom or poison off of my body, I will bonus action second wind.
You got it.
To start.
Oh, God, I missed it.
I rolled 10.
Nice.
So that is 15 back. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you did that.
Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I'm up to full. Now, it's really crowded in front of me, so I just crouch and start to run, and I go underneath Imogen, underneath Loudna, underneath Fern, and I use bait and switch and say, sorry, coming through, and switch places with her, move her back. I will take the superiority die to my AC, add 7 to my AC.
Wow. Great.
And I will attack with dagger at advantage because I'm flanking with Dorian.
You are.
First one is a 19 plus. Second one is an 18.
Both hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Quite a couple of them, man. It pays off.
I love it. I love it so much.
6 and then 8 for the second.
Nice.
Action surge. I continue to slash.
Got it.
And we get 22. And we get a natural 20. Natural 20, just in case a goading attack, and I will try to slash her. I will slash her across the eyes.
Go for it.
So 4 plus 5 is 9 on the first, and the second is 2. So all the dice are doubled. So 2. 20 plus 25 on that last one.
Wow. A dagger? Hell yeah. Oh, you rolled an 8? Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. So, after ducking through, pushing back Fern, and just getting the first couple strikes and releasing that further push of adrenaline and speed forward, you gash once again and then with backward swing, you watch as she turns back to try and slash towards you, not expecting you to be coming with such a vicious strike, and as you do, and you see her scratching almost at her face as the black gore begins to pour from one eye. You've set this massive cut from top to bottom right there. And you can see where the cheek is, kind of opens up a little bit. You can see like the sharp teeth within.
Wisdom save for her.
Indeed.
Because I used another superiority die for a goading attack.
14?
No. Wait, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll be right with you. Keep the traits. Where are you? It's a 16 fail.
So it's a fail.
16? Damn!
And I will... So disadvantage on anyone but me, and I will stay put. Because I know that Dorian and I have her turn.
You got it. Okay, that ends your turn? Yep. All right. The other guard, one of them, this over here is going to stand up and go over towards the other guard on the ground. And manages to try and deal with his wounds, but he's no longer with us. You had ample opportunities to save both of them.
You got burned.
Oh man.
But like grabs the body and pulls it back and is like slapping the face, like, come on, trying to wake him up.
But not really.
Ashton.
Let me take my 40 feet of movement.
35. The hallway is currently constrained and tight, and you have many friends that are blocking your path inward, but you can see beyond them this mass of spraying blood and growling claws.
I can't get through this shit, can I?
Not until they move out of the way.
Okay, I'm going to rage, and I'm gonna hold my fucking action.
You got it.
So what do I get? Gravity roll. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, the light kind of bends around, and everything gets a little black and white around my head. Wibbly wobbly.
Okay. Lady Emoth, grabbing the side of her face.
Let's see here.
Dark black liquid just dripping from the wound. Leaps up into the ceiling. Both Dorian and Orem get attacks opportunity.
Mister?
Correct. Got advantage
Mister does not
because
have
flanking.
Oh, that's
He doesn't have that.
Almost
Advantage.
20.
Oh, advantage.
Something.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
8 damage? Okay.
And 24 to hit, or do we
That
yes.
hits. Yeah, so roll damage.
Okay. What was it? 7.
7 points of damage. Nice. You both streak upward, more blood drops to the ground, and she latches into the ceiling and begins to skitter across underneath the hall here.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Ah, she's
Running.
She's
Chad.
walking.
Check into attacker.
Both Fresh Cut Grass and Chetney get attacks of opportunity if they want to take them.
As a reaction?
When she passes us by?
Correct.
How high is the ceiling in here?
The ceiling is about 10 feet or so, so you could like, she's pretty close, but you could like rush up and try and strike as she goes past.
I'll try.
All right.
The only means for with which I would have to hit her are
Be a
my
punch.
spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon is not going to have opportunity, but this would be you kind of like trying to punch her as she runs by.
I'm like 3 feet tall. I can't jump.
Well, she has to go through the doorway, though, however, it does bring her
I
within the
see,
space.
I see. Well then, sure, I'll take it. Would this use my reaction though?
It would.
My next turn's coming soon.
Yes.
So I can get it
It's
back.
up to you.
All right, yeah, I'll go.
Punch it, Mario punch it?
Yeah.
All right, roll a d20 at your strength modifier.
It was a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
18 here.
That hits as well. So you do 1 damage plus your strength modifier.
That's 2 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Every little bit.
8 points of slashing, 4 points of fire, so 12 total.
Okay. Wow. You watch as she skitters around the way, through the hall, across the ceiling, over you, and vanishes around this corner.
Oh, come on.
You hear she rushes by, she's like, she'll help me. She'll help me.
She'll
Darts
help
around,
She'll help me.
finishing that. Dorian, you're up. Chetney, you're up.
Is that little creep still on my back?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna reach back behind me and try to grab onto him.
Yeah, he's right there.
And for my action, I'm gonna try to throw him off of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just go ahead and make a strength, an athletics check, I'll say.
Athletics. Okay. That is a 24.
You, without an issue, throw him off your back onto the ground in front of you. You want to throw him across the area?
Yeah, I want to.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to do. Have you ever seen like a flip throw in soccer? I want to have him like this, and I want to do like a front handspring and throw him as far away as possible. Yeah.
Hits the bookcase with that higher roll, hits the bookcase, falls to the ground. On the ground, the bookcase. Just get showered in books.
They should have earthquake-proofed it.
Go ahead and roll a d8 of bludgeoning damage to him if you don't mind.
1.
Okay, so you can see it still like it's currently restrained, but it's still alive under there. It hasn't taken a whole lot of damage, but it cannot currently move from its position without trying to escape. That's awesome. You want to stay put, or?
Yeah, I'm good. I just want to get him away from everybody.
Okay, you got it. Finishing Dorian's go. Chetney, you're up.
And I'll turn and try and go after 25 feet. Can I see anything?
You turn the corner, and you see her. The bed itself is pulled away from the wall, and there is what looks to be the baseboard and base portion of this chamber wall is now pulled open, and there is a hole that leads to a dark interior, and you can see her in the process of like slithering into it.
Get her out.
So from where where I was, can I get within melee?
You could if you jump onto the bed.
Yeah.
Oh well, I will definitely jump onto the bed.
Okay. Onto the bed.
And I will. I'll take my.
Alright, we're gonna exit real quick so I can get the Discord information.
I'll take my claws and say, "Where's you going?" And I'll shove it up against her back, and I'll cast Inflict Wounds.
You have to roll to see if you hit first.
Oh, sorry. 15 plus 5 is 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Great. 20 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. As you reach out and claw into her, and this burst of like dark energy swarms down your forearm into your claws and digs into like the leg that you're grabbing. As she's pushing her away, you hear her scream, and the muscle seems to pulse within your grip before it begins to slip free. That hurt her a lot.
Yeah, that's what they said it was.
Okay.
You have a hold on her though?
No,
I didn't grapple.
It wasn't a grapple. That was just an attack. Grapple would have helped, not done any damage, but it may have held her in place. But that was your action.
Yeah, but she's she's at the top of the initiative anyway, so she could have tried to break it. But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Finishing Chetney's go. We're back to Laudna.
So she's been walking across the ceiling and shit. Is this like not a full ceiling? Is there like, where's the door?
So this is a chamber. The only opening is right here that goes out to the balcony, and there's a door here.
And there's a door there.
That leads into the secondary chamber with another balcony, and then the bed area.
And all the other all the dudes are dead.
You hear the shuffling of something. You're not in the chamber, so you don't see much because you're currently in the hallway.
All right, I go in the chamber.
So moving past Fern on this side. You come around this way, and you can see the bookshelf is now on the ground, and there are books scattered around it. You can see something trying to push its way out from underneath the bookcase. It is currently hidden.
Oh, he's still alive though.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. It is restrained. Save advantage on these strikes.
Oh, that's fun. So first one, 10 and 11, but that's still 18.
That hits.
And then second one is natural 17, so 24.
They both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for each.
And that's a D10. Nope, he's not hexed. Wow. What the fucking bitch tits? God. Okay. So that is 4, and then plus CX, so the total of 10. Yeah, that's 10.
10 damage. Launch both the Eldritch Blast. Books go flying out from the impact of the force and go scattering across the room. It's still under there. And it's looking really hurt.
What the
And it's like trying to claw its way out from underneath. Like, Like, it's barely holding on. It's having a rough night.
I look at
Yep.
Imogen and I just.
You're doing great. It was great.
I guess it's my turn.
All right, finishing Laudna's go. It's gonna try and get itself free from underneath the books. With a natural one, it does not. It's like it just kind of gives up. It's just awaiting the eventual end. All right, that brings us to Imogen with fresh cut grass on deck.
I'm gonna run in the room, shouting, "Where'd you go?"
Books under the books.
She's under the books.
You see something skittering under the bookcase.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna run into the other.
Oh, yeah, she's in the bedroom.
You'll say that's as far as you can get right here with your movement.
Can I dash?
Yeah. 30, that's as close as you can get.
And I can't see anything, right?
No, but you hear the growling of Chetney around the corner and some sort of a scuffle just beyond your sight. That finishes your go. Fresh gas, you're up for your.
Don't let her get away.
I can't make it there either. I'll enter the room. Russ is dead and gone, yeah? So I'll just keep...
He's certainly not moving.
Sure. I'll just keep going, hearing Imogen's call, and use my full movement to get as far as I can.
Get right this way, and
Do I see?
you can barely see the Lady Ma part of her. She does have 3/4 covered. You're only seeing like her legs after she's trying to push her way into the hallway. So she does have a bonus to AC index.
See that line of sight from her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Jesus.
It's like just barely.
And Chetney's in the way too, yeah?
Yeah, so 3/4 covered. So it means possible.
I think ground up here with the dash to get there and go down next.
Yeah, exactly. I can even actually get to her.
Pretty sure I shot that dude over here.
I don't have any freezing spells or holding
Just checking to make sure it didn't. Like stay.
I don't think so. It says it's in the backpack which we left behind, so I don't have that stuff.
Doesn't look like it did.
I have no way of holding her here or confusing her or anything. So I can only just either rush to her or attack her. I can't touch Chetney, right?
Yeah, if you rush to her, if she leaves, you get attack of opportunity and so will I, or you can try and hit her from here and try and hit her before she goes.
My attack of opportunity is of 2.5.
Yes, so maybe not that one. Let her have it.
Can you buff Chetney?
Only if I can touch him. I mean, I could cast Cure Wounds on him, but or give him a better AC. Give him better AC. Doesn't really help, so I don't think. I can calm her emotions. I can enhance. There's not much I can do. By the way, there's spiritual weapons coming with me.
The invitation.
Floating.
It wants its RSVP.
Do you want the salmon or the prime rib? Please.
Alrighty.
I can charm her. I can charm her. She's gonna beat it.
She lost both witnesses against Orem.
No, this is fast friends. Let's be friends, young lady. I need you to. I'm supposed to give her a command or a task.
Oh, okay, that's a higher spell.
That bed looks pretty messy. You probably should make it.
Alright, that is a wisdom saving throw?
Which is 14.
She rolled specifically a 14 plus bonus.
Good shot.
That was a very, very, very good shot. Very good shot. Alright, burn.
Okay. I want to try to get in there, so... Okay. With Mister, back there, I can teleport with Mister. So I can teleport 15 feet. So if he can get me the rest of the way to see her.
Okay.
So I'll have
So
him.
the bonus action and teleport?
Yeah, so I can get within range to see her. So that's one of his actions.
This is action. He does go. Yeah, shares your initiative count. So you can totally do that.
Okay.
Awesome. Does that leave an action for you or a bonus action? Or does that leave both for her?
That's
No, that to get him to teleport. It's here.
action.
The only action takes on its turn is the dodge action. Lets you use a bonus action to command it. So it's a bonus action for you to teleport.
Okay, so you can still do your action. I can still do my action.
Indeed. So you both next to you, and you watch as the flaming monkey comes cruising through the air next to Fern, and so they both go and vanish. And a moment later, emerge in a burst of fire around the room. You just barely see them just beyond the edge of the wall as flames light up the room in a splash. Go ahead and roll damage on that one, which is 1d6 plus your proficiency modifier. That's a 20 on its save, so it succeeds on its save.
Okay, 9 total. 9 points of damage.
It doesn't say the saving throw, so it does not take any damage. But you are within the room. She teleported. It is a 5 feet, so no, you're just out of the radius.
Am I in range of her at all, touching wise?
If you wanted to emerge, touching your space, you could be there. Yeah.
So I am going to reach down and try to grab her ankle and cast Burning Hands. And try to just...
You're just gonna... I love the idea of Burning Hands as a contact. It's so great. Okay, it's a dexterity check. Go ahead and roll damage on it. That is a 16. Is that 16?
16 is the...
Okay, so half damage. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay, so... 7 points of damage. That's
Reduced to 3. Okay.
But can I... I guess I should have tried to grapple instead, because I'm trying to keep her there.
Right, but the flaming hands burn through, kind of fill around her and the hole where she's currently going. Just all of a sudden lights up with bright light. You have to avert your eyes from the intensity of the blast before it diminishes, and she's still trying to slip through and vanish within. That finishes your turn, Fern. Aurum.
Okay, Aurum, like a tiny Olympic runner, just starts bolting. I've counted it out. I think I can get to here at 55 feet and do the same bait and switch move and switch with Fern so that she backs up and I'm right up against, if I use movement and dash.
Correct, yes.
I would get all the way up behind Fern, bait and switch, move in, take the armor class for myself again, roll the 7 again. That's the end of my turn.
You got it.
But I'm right within melee.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can take it.
Yeah.
Ashton?
I'm in running the room.
You missed the action.
I've had enough. Okay, I take it in. There's a thing underneath the bookcase.
Yes.
I'm going to end it.
Are you just... What weapon do you have?
Well, good smiley day to you, sir. Do you know what that sound is?
I think it's someone is doing a key card.
Yes, it is restrained. So.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I heard one of those recently at the nuclear energy plant.
Yeah, power plant.
Okay. Well, all right. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. My name's Glitchy Agent, and I hope you have a smiley day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Explodes. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. I have advantage on that too.
You do.
I need to buy some more 5.56 real quick.
20.
20. You take 3 points of fire damage, and it just turns to ash from beneath the fire. The bookcase is like it's smoking. It's not enough. It's not enough continuous fire to catch fire to things unless they're extremely flammable. The books in there are definitely burning, but like it's more of like ash and the pages are being damaged. But it's not like starting a fire.
Do I have any more movement left? How far have I moved?
That would be, I'll say 25 feet.
Okay, let's see if I can get into the room at least and not block it. I have 40 feet.
40 feet, you can get right there, yeah.
Okay, everyone get in?
Yep.
I'm just running in.
Okay. All right. It's now her turn.
Actually, I think I'm gonna build one more wall.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, I said it wrong. She actually has a cunning. Technically, it's a cunning action, but it's slippery. It's a bonus action to disengage.
All her mucus, huh?
Yep. And then slips down without taking any attacks of opportunity because of the disengage action and vanishes into the wall below.
Oh, come on.
Real close. She's hurt.
Just out of curiosity, does disengage also get you out of a grapple, or no? You have to roll to break grapple.
You have to roll to break.
Got it.
So.
No. We like all converge. We're like,
I know.
Anyone?
Just the very end.
You know what?
Throw down the
4 would be enough, I
I've
think.
got a hell of a distance, but I'm
so far away.
so far away.
Can I try to thwart whip her ankle?
The hole is about this big in the wall. And if you want to glance in, you could like almost get your arm in there to look down, and there's no light. And she got to move. She got to dash.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
I see a reaction attack, and only 2 people in the position of being right.
We had like something explosive to drop down there, but yeah.
Can I stalk back through the room and go to the balcony and look over the balcony?
Yeah.
Curious what we see or how high we are on this ledge.
You look over the balcony. There is the courtyard below, and there's probably about 30 or so feet before the cliff edge. That just drops off into the end of this top part of the course fire. And so from the edge of the balcony, you can see pretty much the entirety of Drusar down and around you, and the surrounding jungle is like the idea of wild. At least as much as your eyes can pick up in the moonlight.
I'll drop my werewolf form and walk back over to the guard that's cradling his comrade.
And like just kind of like takes his hand and closes his eyelids, stands up.
What's that? I don't know, but listen, there's going to be more people coming. We need you to make sure it vouch for us. We didn't do this. We came to your rescue. You understand?
You know very much so. What can I say you are?
Well, like a name?
A name or a person, an affiliation, something.
Now's our time.
Oh boy.
Now's our moment. This is it.
Got a thing I gotta get to.
Who are you here with?
Oh, no, we're not here with anybody.
We're not here with anyone. We were here as representatives
Of the deceased Bertrand Bell. Carry on his legacy.
Yep.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Come on, Ladna. Come on.
Right here.
Pretty good. I think what is that, 16? No, it's a 10. Why? You can't read this. But 13.
13. Okay, alright. Words from Bell. Okay.
And you saw the crazy lady on the roof and all the little guys?
Yes.
And they hurt you?
Yes.
Okay. Whose room is this?
This belonged to Dayz Alacritos.
Oh, the headmaster guy. Well, that's just random. He's not a bad guy.
Might be.
He's the Gordine, right?
Give him a name. Give him a name.
Give him a name.
Give him a name.
The Gordine, right?
What's your name?
No, he said he was a friend of Ajit and said, he's somewhere at the park.
What's your name? What's your name, young sir or madam?
Do not?
Do not?
Do not. Because of the word.
Do not pick a name right now.
I do not hit her, I do not.
I was going to Haas, but that works well. It's a little more.
Well, Critter's name do not up there, I'm so sorry.
Same to the purple.
Are we evacuating the premises or staying to face the news here?
I
I don't think there actually is music here. I feel like this was a pretty open and shut nightmare. This is clearly some crazy shit that we are not capable of.
Are we in the same spire where we were in Duggar's place?
I don't think we've ever been. This is the first time we've been to the.
No, this is the top of the course path, so I believe it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because Shadana's place is in the course back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go into the other room and put my dress back on.
Okay. Yeah.
Orm's gonna go grab the torch that I see burning on that wall in the other room.
Okay.
And carry it back to the room with a hole in it. Pulls out that rope that they bought and says tie up, and it wraps itself around the leg of the bed.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I managed to get on tonight.
Loops around my ankle. I got a torch, and I'm gonna start to
Definitely comes in handy.
As you begin to head downward, it's relatively easy when you're compacting too. The interior of this wall is knotted, but the space, while it's small, is movable. So you slide down relatively easy, knot over knot, until you reach the end of the 50-foot rope, and just continues down the dark. Right as you're down there, Dorian and Laudna, you hear a ruckus in the hallway, like the sound of voices elevated.
How do we look? You look amazing as always.
You've got some like
sorry, yeah. Game face. Everything's normal. We'll just keep down and up.
You listen and you can hear the voices, they're kind of echoing through, and it's like, no, you've got the wrong idea. This is, I am a lord, I'm supposed to be here. Titania, you can look it up, and you just hear like, keep quiet, we got you.
Toodaloo!
That was his big name, right? Yeah,
You hear the doors opening into the main chamber from where you came from, in that direction. And the sounds of like discussion and music all of a sudden entering the chamber.
Be quite careful. There's quite a bit of debris.
You guys are still in the room. You're hearing this from over here.
They're coming in though, right?
No, they're coming in from this way.
You hear it coming this way in the hall, and then you hear doors open into a main chamber.
Do I recognize this voice?
It is indeed the voice of Cyrus.
Yeah. I was like, come on. And I'm gonna break for the door and...
Are you telling anyone that you're all leaving, or are you just doing it again? Cool. We're the worst group.
I will stay because I'm in the same room, and I'll go back and get everybody.
I can sort of see Ashton through the door, and I just say, 2 o'clock, brother alert.
Fucking shit.
Go into a chase and head just to the door that's closed. And you can push through and open. You can see people in the chamber are beginning to spread apart from the central area, and they're all looking upon what looks to be a guard and 2 green-cloaked figures that currently have your brother in shackles and are just holding each of them on each side of him, holding his arms and kind of parading him through the central area.
Of the party?
Of the party.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna turn back towards the direction, send a message to Imogen as well, and be like, "We've got a Cyrus alert."
Orm's down the fucking tunnel.
We'll try and handle it out.
Right about now, Orm gets up from the tunnel because you've made your...
Then I start heading off after Laudna.
I'll book it with
As
you.
we turn the corner and I'm walking away from the guard. We're Bell's Hills. And don't you forget it. And I'm gonna keep walking out.
Are we?
Run after her.
Alrighty.
I'll just say, I'm sorry we laughed at your name. Do not. And hope you don't laugh at ours.
Touché. and you all begin to head down the hall into the main area, kind of following where you are, and you can just see the crowd is kind of parted, and people are like whispering to each other, and your brother is still like, this is a misunderstanding. I don't know. We're gonna work this out. Does anyone know her? Lady Emoth? It is. She was my date. We were supposed to. Anyone? And people are like talking amongst themselves as the. See people hear people like. I've never actually seen that person. They just continue to drag him through the room. What are you doing?
So they're full on like shame dragging him?
Or they've arrested him and they're just bringing him out to the front.
Purple.
Distraction. Got anything in mind? We have to get him out of there right now.
Create an illusion. I don't know what to do.
I don't know. Just wing it.
You watch his-
Darkness.
Good God.
What were you about to say first?
No, you tell me. What are you doing?
No, you tell me first.
Oh my God.
What were you about to do?
He was there with her.
Gavis rushes up towards the investigators and like starts asking questions. One of them kind of talks on the side, and Gavis turns around to the rest of the troop. Not to worry, everyone. It seems a burglar has been apprehended within the chambers and will be dealt with appropriately within the Citadel. So, one, thank you to the Green Seekers and our fantastic wardens for finding such a perpetrator. And please, let us continue the night unworried and unbothered.
Now,
The music
fuck that
swells.
darkness. I'm gonna do it in the ceiling, though.
In the ceiling. So it's a 20-foot radius sphere. And how far up? Are you just bringing a sphere of darkness? It doesn't. What are you doing? There are multiple chandeliers in the room, and in a wide space. It's a very big dome chamber.
Kind of coming from the top of the dome, you just see the chandeliers start to settle down in this magical darkness that is coming down from below.
Okay, so the central chandelier in the middle of the room suddenly, and just like this sphere of dark shadow encompasses the chandelier. All of a sudden, everyone in the room, after Gavis just begins to like calm everyone down and people begin talking, all of a sudden, everyone looks up at this like sphere of dark shadow. What are you doing?
You hear in your head, Mom.
You can't fight them all. Just scare them away. I don't know.
How far are we from them?
From where they are?
Yeah.
They're probably this is not trying to make a huge scene. They're like 40, 50 feet ahead of you.
And darkness is swallowing all the light in the room?
Just the central chandelier. There's a lot of light sources everywhere, there's just more of a sphere of darkness that encompasses the central chandelier.
Yeah, they can totally still see it. It's like a distraction.
Yeah, everyone kind of is looking up at it at the moment.
Oh my God.
One of the patrons kind of goes, licks their finger in the darkness. Vanishes. Not the only magic practitioner in the city, unfortunately.
Are we all out into the chamber?
You've all now kind of caught up a little bit, and you watch as everyone's still kind of, while people are kind of wondering what that was and starting to make questions, and Gavis is still trying to lay down the tension of the room. Things are definitely, the energy's weird. The party's gotten odd, and people are starting to like look around. There's definitely a chaotic anxiety. What are you all doing?
Are we goopy like Ghostbusters at the moment, or are we just like?
You're a little goopy.
Yeah.
Most of us
Singe.
do. Some of us.
What can we do? I don't even understand who they are.
Can I go up to, is Gavis surrounded by a bunch of people, or is he?
Gavis is Eshtaros, by the way. As soon as you come into the room, is like, right next to you, says, what is going on?
Time to leave. Now.
I'm gonna lean over to Lawton and I'm gonna say, tell him I'm sorry. And I'm gonna reach in my bag. And I'm gonna pull out my last vestige of my trip to Gilmore's. I have got a smoke grenade, and I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna pop it, and I'm gonna throw it right at all of them.
At who?
At the guards that have my brother, And everybody, I'm gonna pop a smoke grenade
smoke?
and throw it right into the middle
boy.
of the map.
Oh boy.
Hey, it's my brother. Sorry.
What's it do?
It lobs through the air and lands right in the middle of them and creates a 1-foot radius smoke screen. And I'm gonna sprint straight for it.
All right, everyone distracted with the darkness appearing and then vanishing, shouting. Suddenly, the smoke fills the region. People start like freaking out. Some people start fleeing from it, not certain what it is, and it feels like it's an attack or an aggressive action. Some of the guards kind of glance around to kind of see where the source it was, but they weren't paying complete attention. As soon as you do this, Eshteros kind of begins to follow up behind you. You rush towards and into the smoke. Do you want to do it overtly or stealthily?
Overtly.
Okay, you go charging into it, and you watch as this wave of smoke and fog just hits you, and the light suddenly dims from inside, and you can just see shapes moving within. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Because you are walking into a fog cloud.
6.
Oh.
6. You go rushing in and then bump into a figure. You see as a half-orc in a dark green cloak suddenly turns around, right towards you and goes, "What do you think you're doing?"
What are you doing?
I bump into him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, put my arms on his shoulders and go, and cast charge.
Oh shit! You're also hidden by the cloud, so that's if it succeeds, nobody's gonna see it.
I know.
And if it doesn't, you're arrested.
I know.
This natural 9.
14.
4. Yes. I'm not even joking. He has a really high wisdom because they're investigators. They're high intelligence, high wisdom.
Yeah.
Fuck, just misses. It kind of turns to. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna let him go and try to fade back into the smoke and feel around for my brother.
Yeah, it's okay.
How long does that last? 1 hour.
Yeah, no, okay.
And as you finish like casting it, you see, and his other arm is still holding it, like is right to the side, and the other figure is just out of vision in the smoke.
You're still wearing a mask. He's still wearing a mask, right? Or is his mask removed?
The investigators are not wearing masks.
Okay.
They're not.
I'm sure he's got my brother
They're not
unmasked too.
Oh no, I mean Dorian and Cyrus.
No, you haven't said you've taken your mask off.
Still on.
Cyrus does not have a mask on.
Yeah.
Cyrus has had his mask pulled off.
Got it.
And he's still holding him?
Yeah, they're both holding by the arm, and then smoke apparated, and each kind of like got into a guarded position before you bumped into one, turned around, and then you charmed him, and he's just like, okay.
You can see what's going on in there.
You guys just see smoke.
How many patrons are still in the
Oh, there's probably close to 80, 85 or so in the room still.
You should just soothe them.
I'm just gonna fan out around the cloud.
Fan out, and I want to get somewhat.
Okay. Right as you turn the corner and see, as you kind of like move past the half-orc that you bumped into, the other figure, which is the shorter gnomish member of the troop, the female gnome, same coat, is kind of holding on to the other side of your brother's arm, chained still behind his back, and just goes, "What the fuck?" And is about to look over your direction, sees you, mask and all, and kind of gives an intense look before she drops to the ground.
What?
Whack! Hits their face, and you just see a shadow pulling back with a long, dark cane in their hand. And just kind of like, all you hear is, "Go." And it steps back into the fog. What do you do?
I'll look to the charmed person that is holding my brother, grab his arms like, "You heard the man, we've got to go." And try to lead my brother out of the smoke.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on,
The cane.
Dorian, this is it.
He's charmed, right?
He is. So you'd have advantage technically because he is charmed.
Persuasion, for is it 16 plus 6, 22. Oh, okay, I'll do it with advantage, sure. Why not? Natural 20, yeah, 26.
The half-orc looks and goes,
I guess I can finish the investigation if you're taking them down to the Citadel.
Kind of like hands the arm over to you, the chains at that point. And the other normally goes, wait, what the fuck are you doing? And once again, the cane, whack, cracks her in the back of the head. Ah!
All of this is going on.
All you hear is, close.
House. Okay, I didn't hear that, right?
You did.
I'm going to crack my neck and drop on all fours and grow a little bit into my form of dread and say, "Get out!" to everybody around.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Do you want any of these? Do you want any of those?
No, fuck all of those.
Okay.
Okay, where's my intimidation? It's pretty good. Alright. Don't fuck me, Gil. Okay, 21.
21. The majority of
22, sorry.
No, I'd say all of the attendees in your vicinity just go scattering and running out in a mass exodus towards the front entranceway. The downside is the 7 or so guards that are in the chamber now have their spears out and are coming in your direction.
Run.
I've got my brother by the arm, and as we walk out of the smoke right before we leave its precipice, I'm gonna tap him and cast invisibility on him.
Okay.
Slick.
This is, I just used my second level of invisibility. That's it.
Your brother, while still holding the weight of his arm, goes, "Don't worry." And his image fades, but you still feel the weight on your arm, and he kind of gets up back on his feet. Okay. You hear him whisper under his breath, and just kind of follows your lead. I want you to make a deception check, just as you exit to kind of. Actually, no. This would be stealth. See if you can mingle within the crowd that's now rushing out from your distraction.
Go in the crowd.
22 on stealth.
22. With your brother under your arm and the mass exodus pushing through because of Laudna's distraction and furious intimidation, people might be bumping into your brother, but they're not even caring because they're fleeing from this terrifying creature that has appeared in the middle of this party. And with that, you push through out into the road where you can see the carriage awaits off to the side. What are the rest of you doing in this moment as Laudna is now drawing the attention of the nearby guard?
Making our way to the door.
I'm not abandoning Laudna in the room.
Did anyone leave a pipe or something?
I'm not abandoning her. What, she's gonna get fucked?
Oh, there are plenty of drinks around left behind.
I'm gonna see if I
Many
can
dead
find
soldiers.
some tobacco.
I'm gonna,
Fucking done.
shit. I'm gonna step up.
Stay there and start
Just in the grocery soon, yeah.
Step up next to Laudna and cast, calm emotions.
If I see you doing that, I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
So-
To the guards?
To the guards, to everyone, I'm just gonna cast calm emotions to try to make them indifferent towards
One.
Okay.
Laudna.
All right.
I'll do the same thing.
Instantly try to drop my form of dread.
Okay, there are 6 guards. You'd have to wait till they get close enough. They would do it in radius, but I'll allow it. So, natural 4, natural 1. This is on Imogen stuff. That'd be a 14. Okay. And yours? Natural 1. You guys are fucking lucky as shit. That is going to be a 14 again.
14.
One of them succeeds. And a natural 4. So, 5 of them kind of like stop and kind of put their spears to the side and kind of glance back at the smoke that's still kind of moving through and kind of just look confused, and you drop the form of dread. And the one that still is like, "Who are you? Get on the ground!"
Oh my god, how dare you treat a lady as such? Oh god.
Is everything all right, sir?
I don't.
Rude. Do you know who I am?
Make a deception check.
Please
Fuck.
do good.
Fuck, I'm trying. I'm trying. Ooh. What's a 2? 5.
5. Just one guard still has his spear towards you. The others are stopped and like, calm down, man. Like just kind of chill. But that one guy is like intensely questioning all this that's happened in the room, and then you just transform this creature and it's like, I said, get on the ground. At which point, the guard that you had saved in the previous room comes through. There's been an attack. And the guard with the speaker was like, is it this one? No, she helped save me. They're gone. The guard said, what? I would explain. Ugh, and kind of like stumbles forward. The one with the spear towards you. Puts it down, and they all begin to kind of scatter a bit to try and calm the crowd as they're now exiting the room. They're gathering up with your friend that you made fun of after saving his life. And for the moment, at least, they are all clocking you closely. They are making very, very strong intent to remember your faces, to remember how you look, interactions that have
fucked up fox
Masks
mask.
on.
Yes, the masks help.
I've got a mask on. No one will remember me.
And I've said multiple times I take the mask off since I can't fucking see through it.
I would say in the middle of all that chaos, if Orem saw Dorian exit the cloud, he would like wind his way through the crowd, Assassin's Creed style, just to. I'm not sure what's going on, and I think you guys went out the door. You said.
I will say, from your perspective, they exited a fog. You saw him go into a fog cloud, and then that's the last one. Cool. Especially with the stealth check, you have a high mass passive perception. You have to go higher stealth.
Yeah, can I try to take a look and look through the crowd to see if he pops out the other side?
How long is that? Looking at
Sometimes the carriage in the room.
1, 2, 3, 4 rounds.
24 seconds.
Not long.
20-foot radius, 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Okay. So the smoke by now would be beginning to disappear. So as you're all moving forward and keeping a keen eye out there, the smoke disappears, and you can see one of the investigators that happened is standing there and kind of like assessing the area, nodding, and his friend getting up. Gus, what the fuck? Gus! Smacks him. He's like, what do you mean? What's wrong? Where's our prisoner? We just... And slaps him in the face. And, Shit! And they both begin to charge into the crowd. But you do not see Dorian. You do not see his brother.
Perhaps we should go.
Get out of here. They're gonna let us. The guards have eyes all over us. Well, we can try.
No, the party's over.
Can we try to leave, or are the guards gonna let us leave?
Yeah.
Start to walk out, and as we're walking out, I'm gonna just reach out with my mind and send a message or try to cast sending to Dorian.
Did you make it? Where are you?
Close. A few steps from the carriage.
We're on our way.
Oh shit! Okay,
25 words each. Alright, so you head to the carriage that is marked for you and your troop. The paid hand that recognizes you upon arrival opens it up. There's no officer of invisible breath. As you all begin to exit the chamber, the guards definitely keep an eye, but it's less of a we're going to keep you and more like we have to trace you. We had records of your arrival. That's all you can say. But definitely questions.
Closest one on the way out, I make eye contact. Great, my tip gold coin.
Just kind of holds it.
Blood and drink
Carefully, you all begin to come to your carriages respectively. Ross is already inside his. You can see him like cane, top in his hand, just clenching his jaw and like looking forward. And as the door, and we enter the door, he doesn't even look at any of you. You come into and quietly the door close, and then with that, the still goats begin to make their way on, and the carriages one by one begin to leave. and disperse until eventually, tensely, you come to the Strauss Manor. As the door opens, he hasn't said a word along this journey. Unless you have any words to impart.
Just get home.
I feel like
Bruce Wayne and Batman Beyond.
we really let this guy down.
The door opens. He gets out. The door opens into his manor. You all turn. He gives a whistle, and the carriage closes the door and takes off. The next one of your troop. Just a short time behind, you're dropped off back to the manor. The late near midnight hours in the city, as you all begin to convene within his study. And you see him now pacing back and forth in front of his fireplace, which has been freshly lit by his associate.
As we're going in, can I just make sure everything smells like us?
Make a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, no foreign scents, anything that might be true, I guess. 18.
18. Nothing catches your attention. You feel fairly confident.
Where are those?
Well, that was certainly eventful.
We are open to notes if you'd like to give us any. This is our first big brouhaha.
Certainly why you don't attend very often.
Anybody of your connection?
We do differently tell, but full disclosure, it's John's thoughts. I tapped my brother and dropped the invisibility, so he's there with us. He was in trouble.
So you've ushered what is now currently a fugitive of the forum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to go ahead and end tonight's stream. Thanks for coming out. All those who are watching over on Twitch, you can go find my channel all over on YouTube, glitchyagent_47, so that you can get up to date with our Critical Role as well as what we're doing right now in our game. So, again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya! All right, guys. So now we've ended Twitch stream. I just want to say thank you guys, anybody who's coming over from Twitch, anybody who's been around watching the videos. I appreciate it. Had a lot of fun tonight. A little bit of a letdown. We found out 2 of our walls got destroyed, but in return we built those 2 plus an additional 2. So we just made it all that much harder for them to go in. And to be honest, they're probably gonna just give up. It's a lot of time wasted at that point. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I appreciate it, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Later.